The crooner, Jim Morrison, summer's almost gone. Doesn't that sound like some kind of a...
He gets very croony.
Yeah, he gets very Dean Martin sometimes. Summer's almost gone. I'm drinking a martini. And did 4 hits of acid.
What's the other one that's like it's like very croonery? It's like the... I'm gonna love you.
Oh,
that one is
yeah.
like, that's him at his most croony.
Yeah, that's when he really lost like any of the rock critics at the time.
Yeah.
Just a big
I'm
band.
gonna love you.
Stronger than dirt. Hey, everybody. I want to remind everybody I'm doing Match Game next week. Love Gene Rayburn and the guys. Come on, touch me, babe. Just this big orchestra playing. Looks like they should be, behind Steve and Edie.
It just sounds like someone who like rubs their belly while they sing.
Well, he rubbed just a little bit lower while he sang. It's the Bennington Show on a Wednesday, and taking a couple days off for the big celebration, big Labor Day celebration.
Yeah.
Big parade, fireworks. Kids are doing kind of America's Got Talent contest. It's a very small town. We love it. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington.
Yo.
And I'm Ron Bennington.
Mm-hmm.
Big night out with Robert Kelly and his crew last night with Creeps with Kids, which was stupid funny.
It was so much fun. I still feel like a little, almost like punch drunk from laughing so much last night.
Gail was there, and we were all excited about it until we found out she was going to be the second cutest kid in the contest. Right after Florentine comes in with the Stranger Thing kids of his and just blows the room away.
He was a doll.
Daddy's a metalhead. He's great.
He was so cute.
Bonnie McFarlane might be the funniest. You can't even start and say. You can't.
She's so crazy fast, and she's vicious, man. She's like
vicious.
She's a total killer.
But does it like with such a sharp knife? You know what I mean? Like you almost don't feel the pain; it just slices through. And of course, Robert Kelly is, Jesus. What are you supposed to say? So damn funny. What a funny night. I like a theme show. I like the big, like we're all in it together. Like normally you go to a comedy club, a comic comes up, he leaves, goes somewhere else, and another comic comes up, and it's all not connected. But I love that event, that this is an actual show.
It's a real show.
And there was stuffed animals on the stage. See, this is the other thing about Robert Kelly. He's very much of a showman.
He is.
But broke format. And I was standing there while he'd done it, while this was being put together. Keith Robinson came in, and Keith is a Comedy Cellar mainstay for many, many years. And he is a person that's been so great to young comedians coming in. I mean, he's always like a mentor and a person who assists. He puts other people together. He gets people work. And he's just beloved. And beyond that, he's as funny as anyone who's ever done stand-up. As funny as anyone who's ever done stand-up. Yeah, Richard. Yeah, George. So he'd had a stroke sometime back. And he's still recuperating. Still one half of his body it's coming along, but I guess one half is the same as it always was, and then the other half you have to relearn to use the whole body. So he hasn't been on at any of the Comedy Cellar shows since this has happened, and it's been some time now. So he comes down, and Robert's going, "Why don't you get up?" And he goes, "Nah, not going to do it. No, no way. Not yet." And all the waitresses are coming over and they're hugging him and they're like, "Are you getting up?" "No, not going to do it at all. Don't need to, taking my time with it. I'll be up sometime." And then, so I'm just sitting there and I'm loving the sweetness of the moment. And then, I just hear him say, fuck it, I'll go up. And everybody was like so excited. And then because I'm emceeing that show, I got to be the person who introduced him, and the room explodes, because everybody's known that the trials that he's had and his strength of just keep working every day. And then he gets up and fucking murders.
Crushed it.
And I feel like I want to tell you 8 or 9 jokes,
I know.
but these are his. But I would love to say, here's what he said, and this is why everybody laughs so hard. But it was like, it's just one of those great nights, and then something like that comes along and makes it like 10 times better.
Yeah, it was so exciting. Like when he had showed up, and Bobby was trying to, talk him up on the stage, but it was so sweet to be standing in the back of the room, and all the comics, all the waitresses, all the staff from the underground, like everyone was just beaming. They were so happy and so excited.
When he was on, just the fact that he was there?
They were so pumped.
I lost any kind of sentimentality and was just laughing at material at that point. I was just fucking... First of all, it's always that thing when someone's really funny that they say something that should have been completely obvious and I should have been saying on the air every day. And then they just land that thing and everyone gets it because, like I said, it's only like a millimeter where your thoughts were anyway. You know what I mean? It's just a thought that you had that's put much funnier. That's the best kind of joke that exists. So that was... it was just so fucking cool. It was just so cool to just be there for that, let alone the fact that we were involved in it. But you were very funny, Gail, and it was just a great time.
It was so much fun. Everybody on that show was so damn funny. I can't believe it.
Luis J. Gomez.
He was amazing.
Yeah.
And so funny and when we did the panel.
Yeah.
Just a blast. The whole night was a fucking blast.
Yeah. Chris is going to do the Skank show, Lois was telling me.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been booked on the Legion of Skanks.
Why won't you do Dave's show?
Don't worry, it's going to happen.
Flutzy was there last night. Flutzy is like, what's with Chris? Why won't he? The way he hurts Dave. He hurts Dave. And then Flutzy told me a story. She's like, Dave had an idea for a bit about me and him going to lunch, but I think he took it much too seriously. And I don't lead men on. The entrapment of this is work is everything people get in trouble for. That's the thing that you get in trouble. We have a job. We have to go to San Francisco this weekend. Oh, adjoining rooms. Who knew?
Weird. This is fun.
That's the stuff.
Like sleepaway camp.
That's the. Why don't you scratch my back for a little bit? That's the stuff. You don't get in trouble for propositioning a stranger, but you get in trouble for telling people it's work.
Yeah.
And then it isn't. Flutzy. He's the worst at naming people.
Well, she plays the flute, Ron.
Yeah, and that's why he got you with Pepper, because you have black hair.
And he thought I had a 5 o'clock shower. He's like, someone put pepper all over your face. It's just stubble.
I never even knew that.
A 5 o'clock shadow is something that changes, though.
Yeah.
It's weird to nickname someone based on one event of one day.
Because it just becomes 8 o'clock fucking scurv after that. Man. Yeah, Bonnie is so damn fast. Bobby Kelly is funny because he like leads with his heart while being vicious, you know. And then Total Excitement, the great Rich Voss is there, which was just the best.
Yeah,
he may be the best.
He's incredible.
Everybody's crazy about him too. For him playing the angle that they're not, it's just the opposite. When fucking all right, I'm going to give away one joke because I didn't have time to comment it because other people were stepping when we were doing panel. So you know how Rich always wears that hat, and Kelly looks over and he goes, "Oh, look, it's the Flamingo Kid." Now, very few people love that movie the way I do. It's an 80s summer movie that no one paid attention to because who cares about a Long Island swim club? But that was just a great reference. That's the thing when people just keep quoting the same movies over and over. You want to there's so many others that you can be quoting. You don't have to all do Big Lebowski until I hate it.
I try to forget that everybody loves it, so you want to try to keep that precious.
No,
you can't.
It's too late.
They've taken it from us.
It's literally a smorgasbord now, at the mall. Even worse, at the mall. What will we do? I haven't heard that song in years, and now it's trapped in my head.
It's a great song, right?
Well, you know how radio is. They play 9 fucking songs by somebody, or even in the case of the Doors, maybe 14 or 15, but that's it.
Yeah, they don't. That's not a radio play kind of song.
Oh, no.
But it should be.
Well, radio does what radio does. They know that people just want the same thing over and over. It's just like there's a lot more stories than the Three Bears, but everyone keeps telling the Three Bears stories over and over.
I'm comfortable with that one.
I was thinking about this, well, mainly because of him going down today, and Trump is going into Mexico. Is it Fox? Is that the guy who he's going to be talking with?
I think it's a different guy.
Because they brought up they had Fox on TV, right? And Fox is, I think, Spanish for Zorro. And no one ever brings up the Zorro story. The Zorro story used to be a very big, often told story, but it got dropped. And there was plenty of those, like when I was a little kid, we still had the American mythology that we don't have anymore.
Like Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan, the Big Blue Ox. You had Pecos Bill. I think Pecos Bill jumped on the back of a twister and rode it.
What other ones do we have?
Well, the one that is right up in where you're going to be heading, upstate New York.
Oh, the Rip Van Winkle?
Rip Van Winkle.
Rip Van Winkle was American?
Yeah, he was like in the Catskills.
Yeah.
If you drive up through those towns, there's all kinds of like little statues and things for that. Also, the Headless Horseman, I think, was up that way.
Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, Sleepy Hollow.
Which is like Westchester County?
It's
Westchester. Westchester. But those stories that were like told over and over and over, all the American mythology, like when I was a kid and we went into Canada and we're going over the Thousand Island Bridge, we were looking at it and my parents were like, see, there's the Thousand Islands. That's when Paul Bunyan was building the Grand Canyon and he was digging out dirt and he threw it and it all fell in the river. And you're just like a little kid going, oh, okay. So there it is.
Oh, that's how it was.
I mean, it's the stuff that they, the other confusing stuff besides Jesus and Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny, just the tons of shit that they throw at us for fun reasons, but just made us all feel like they were liars. But yeah, all that mythology, you would think somebody like Pixar would take some interest because it's American stuff.
I know that Paul Bunyan, when I was young, there was like an animated version, but it's one of those things where Disney would do kind of like those shorts.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever watch any of those, Chris?
No.
I feel like they were maybe even started in the 50s and 60s and then they would replay them because some of them were kind of old, but Disney had like little like short animation.
Yeah, those were very old. Those were from back in the time that I was talking about. Yeah. You got to see some of them, but they never kind of updated it. Speaking of which, I think it's up on the iBank today. Tommy John again last night. It's just a sweet set. Just knocked it out.
I can't wait to see it.
Dude, it's so fucking funny.
I recorded it last night.
He's great. Somebody's Blue Boy says, ever been a comedian you don't think is the best? Yeah, there is, but they're not the ones that we interact with.
Yeah.
That's what you don't fucking understand. There's a million comedians. And we go, here's the ones we like and think are the very best. Then we get them.
First of all, you have no clue how many comedians are in this city alone who have never been on this show.
Somebody said, I can't think, but the number of thousands that are in New York, right? It's crazy. It's crazy the number of people who, you know what, I gotta fucking think of it right now. Oh, Crimmins said it in his thing. Like when he started, there were like 100 comedians in the country.
Yeah.
And then he gave out the number of thousands that are in New York. But it's, obviously he's saying it's a joke, but it's really not a joke. I mean, there's that many. And that's why it's easy for us to do 101 and go grab these guys. Some of them like, oh, these guys are finally getting to, work at this, at the Underground or the Stand or something. They've been doing it for 6-7 years, some of them.
Yeah.
6-7 years and not got near the Manhattan clubs. So that's the thing, Blue Boy. If we had comedians we didn't like, or we could act like Norton and Kelly and Colin and act like they don't like each other when really they should all get married. You know what I mean? We could sit around and make up the lies that,
they stink.
Yeah. Oh, Voss isn't funny, but he is. He just fucking is. There's no way around it. It's the same thing when we book people to come in and do the show, for interviews and stuff. These are people whose work we love. And there's tons of other people who come through here. We don't have to have them.
Yes, and we don't. We say, that's not for us.
Now, when I worked in terrestrial, you had to take whoever was going to be nice enough to come by. I don't give a fuck if it's Potsy. Everybody in the place will be going, did you hear Potsy's coming? And you guys think I'm fucking making that up. I'm not. A lot of times we'd be like, in 2 weeks, we've got a phoner with Potsy. You better make sure you're listening that day. And I wish I was bullshitting, but I'm not. Here is Rob. Hey, Rob, what's up?
Hey, Ron, how are you today?
Cool, buddy.
We had a great time at the show last night. You guys were hysterical, and the Keith Robinson surprise was amazing. I thought for sure I seen Christine floating around last night, and when they said a surprise guest, I thought for sure it was going to be Big J, and when it was Keith, we lost it. I was so happy to see him, and you're right, he crushed it last night.
It was crazy how easy he just swung in, all new material, but was great. But yeah, that moment of, and this is like one of those fucking cool things that you get to do, is like, I could see everybody's reaction from the stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, as I'm saying it, I'm like looking at their blank faces, and I'm like, wait till they fucking hear when I get to the end of this. You know what I mean? It's like
you love being the person who
Yes.
gets to deliver the good news. Like, you got
Kids?
to be that person.
You see what I have here? These are tickets to Disney World. But you're the one who's going to be getting all the excitement thing, and you've done nothing to deserve it. It's so much better than anything that you've earned.
Hey, Ron?
Yeah.
Also what was great last night was you and Gail's little, let's call it a skit, I guess.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the show was just, it was pretty great. Gail's adorable, so it was off the chart.
Yeah, it was really funny. And the thing is, we were putting that together in the Uber coming down, and that we were laughing so hard that Gail's makeup had run, and then she had no.
I had a full black eye around one of my eyes because I was laughing so hard.
And then we were like,
and part of it was laughing at the idea of Robert Kelly hating it. That us going way too far, and Robert Kelly in the background just leaning on the wall, just what the fuck? What the fuck did I just have something to do?
Because you don't know if that thing, when you put something together like that, is going to be received.
We're you think it's great, then you're just is that really inappropriate? Or
yeah, you don't normally open a show with two people doing a 7-minute bit that they've never really done or understand themselves. Because you were saying, well, wouldn't that come at the end? And I'm like, yeah, that would, I guess, come at the end as we're getting out of the car. Yeah.
Yeah, also, I know you from what I've heard on the show, you've done you run comedy clubs and stuff like that too, but just you getting up there and starting off the show and then in between acts and just we know you like lightning to begin with, but your presence, almost like a stand-up presence, which is not, we don't really see that. We see you as a host and stuff like that, but you're doing like material up there almost last night too. Was just
Almost.
something not seen and great. So.
See, here's the thing with me, Rob, though, and it's always surprising to me. It's the same gig. I mean, this is.
It was just different.
But you know what?
You guys only think it's different. You're just going out and be funny. It doesn't matter what context it is.
I know what you're saying, and yet I agree because it was exciting. I watching you up there do stand up, and I know I'm in this room every day. I experience it every day, but it's somehow that context changes it.
You want me to stand up right now and get out of the chair? It's the same. I fucking did nothing different.
Vito, can we bring in a brick wall?
It would be. Boy, I remember when people actually used to do that, and I was one of them. Go on and get one of those fake brick walls. We'll put it up. You can't have a wooden wall back there.
Here's my question: brick wall or crinkle curtain?
Well, crinkle curtain is really fucking embarrassing. Brick wall is just humiliating. Like the underground is exactly what a brick wall is supposed to be.
Yes, because it's real. Because the idea of the fake brick wall was to look like places like that.
See, I don't like this fucking guy. What is it, Blue Boy? This is why I'll never be on fucking. I'll never be on social media myself. I can't fucking interact with somebody who's stupid. Let's try to say stuff about Voss. Like he was Anthony doing jokes. But the fucking fact is...
You're not. And you're not. And if you tried to fucking pull that shit, you would be just in shock. He would just fucking rain fire down on you. He's that funny and that fast.
And the funniest people in the world know it. When Chris Rock hosts the Oscars, he calls Rich in to write for him. So while you're idolizing fucking Chris Rock, think how he thinks about Voss. I shouldn't have to explain this to people who are going to listen to this channel. It's dumb.
Just forget it.
We were talking with your friend yesterday about social media. No time for it.
Yeah, Billy Princell does not have a Twitter, which is...
The only young comedian I've ever met who doesn't have a Twitter.
He will not do it.
Is it because his neck is too thick?
Could be.
Okay.
I mean, he's
swole.
He's very swole for a comic.
Swole. He's fucking swole.
Yeah, but you know why? Because he's thin first. Most guys who work out are naturally heavy-set guys.
Yeah.
So when you're a naturally thin guy and you work out,
your muscles just explode.
Yeah. You're just ripped. That's the smart thing. They're like, I'm thin. You're like, you could fix that in 5 fucking minutes, you know, with small weights. Where, look at Vito, you go and work out every day, right?
Yeah, I'm there 4 days a week.
Now, I'm sure if I brought a sled in and you start pushing a sled, I'm sure we'd all be amazed. I'm sure you have a lot of power. But no one's going to think that you're ripped, ever.
And I push sleds every day, and I play with the ropes, and I throw the balls, and I lift the weights, and I ride the bike, and I run the elliptical, and I do all this, and I'm still fat.
Vito, first of all, get this straight. I'm not your therapist. This isn't the place for you to come and dump pain. You have to pay for that.
He plays with the ropes, though.
Let him go. He said one fucking thing. His heart's open, dude. Why can't you be there for him? Now, your fucking hero, Tebow, right? He did his workout yesterday. And you know what the biggest beef they have with him not being able to do this?
What's that?
He doesn't have the arm. He does not have the arm to play the outfield. This is what drives you crazy about him. Now, this is the other thing. So I'm watching just clips on SportsCenter. He comes out and he runs the 60 and he's got major league speed. He's got, really good speed. And he's just a big,
he's huge.
He's a bull. I mean, he should just have horns put on his head. He's so big. So then he goes out to shag some flies and throw. And you do see, he's skipping into second base.
Oh,
he's
Jesus.
missing cutoff man. But he does a clothing change, right?
No.
And then he comes in to do a little BP and another clothing change. There's something.
All right, okay. This is just.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's like Cher wants to play baseball.
Oh my
God. They were showing him just in the cage, and he's got power. He's a big, strong guy. He does Vito's workouts, but for real. And,
He cares about it.
I mean, it's like he'll work out 8-10 hours a day. People know this about him. He does anything but party and have sex. So, but then if you put a human in there throwing off speed and a little, he struggled. But the Braves are saying if we take him, let him go to camp, put him in a fucking, a double A or single A, even an instructional league, we will sell every Christian in the world a Braves shirt. It's kind of reminds you of Trump. Like, this is really fun, but does anybody believe it? Trump is going to Mexico.
What's he going to do
He's
there?
walking everything back. He's saying he loves Mexicans and they're all going to stay here. I don't get it.
What about the wall?
No wall.
There's
That's
no
crazy
wall.
talk.
He made up a wall. Everyone who loved the wall should be upset. If you loved the wall,
Just the
you
opposite.
better be upset.
Just the opposite. They're all fucking clapping and they're chanting no wall, no wall. They're happy.
Well, merciful Trump. He decided not to put the wall up. What? Come on. The wall's the whole thing.
He had one thing. The wall.
A giant fucking 50-foot wall.
I love the wall.
Well, you're not getting it.
You're never going to see it.
You're not getting your wall.
I don't even know who to root for now.
It isn't rooting.
For him it is because he's not registered to vote.
Just register to vote.
Do it, man.
Be a citizen. You know what? I had to start a thing called Rock the Vote, where I try to get stupid people to promise that they will vote. I never want to rock the vote. I honestly think, like anything else, just the people that are paying attention should vote.
What about vote or die?
Damn it, we joke for that.
Yeah.
What about vote or die?
That was because Rock the Vote. It's the same thing as Rock the Vote, except for they're like
urban.
Yeah.
Yeah, Puff Daddy was behind vote or die. He was the face of it.
Well, look how that changed everything. We got Obama. Thank you, Puff.
So actually, it did
Can I
work
call you
out.
Puff? Is that a problem? You should be Piff Daddy now, and with Piff the Dragon, both of them together.
Great.
Summer's almost gone. I'm stuck now. I'm stuck.
I'm sorry, I've done this.
Hank, what's up, buddy? Hank.
Oh, was that me?
Yes, I guess you are. You Hank?
I know I'm Tim, but
Okay.
Tebow just signed a multi-million-dollar Adidas contract, and if this is all a sham, I got a whole new respect for him.
Well, I mean, obviously, even the change the clothes may have to do with showing off all the new Adidas gear that he has. Look, everybody likes Tebow. I mean, even when I was always like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous wherever he played. And then when the Eagles picked him up, I'm like, oh, man, he could really be good. You know what I mean? Like, you want to believe, because he's a really sweet guy. You know what I mean? He's just a really sweet guy. But, yeah, he's a grifter and a carny. There's no doubt about it. He's not going to fucking play in the majors. That doesn't mean he can't sell a ton of fucking shoes, T-shirts.
Jerseys.
Yeah, I mean, going on and on. He'll be selling sanitary socks and jocks before you know it. But that doesn't mean that I have to fucking believe, like, oh, you think he could make it? No, he can't. Not because he's bad. It's just something humans can't do. Start playing baseball at age 29. Most people, if you did a contest right now, greatest athlete of your lifetime, Michael Jordan would probably win, right? And I saw him play multiple times in Florida when he took that break from the Bulls. And he fucking swung like a rusty gate. I mean, he was so far behind the pitches, as if for Stanley went out there to swing. It's very tough. It's something you've got to do all the time. It's a really hard thing. It's like we were talking about that guy acting like, some comic is a hack. You have no fucking idea what it's really like until you do it. You can't fucking take 10 years off and come back and do that. Now, if somebody could take 10 years off of radio and come back and do it, yeah, they could. They absolutely could. It's not a problem. Cousin Brucey can still be doing radio today, even though he was the guy that brought the Beatles off at Shea Stadium. He was older than them then. Half of them are dead. And you listen to him on radio, and he was like, hey, man, it sounded good, Bruce. Calling everybody cousin and all that is fantastic.
I love that part.
But he can't play baseball. It's hard to fucking play baseball. Everybody stops playing baseball because you've gotten to a level where it's too hard. Everybody. It's a fucking hard game to play.
90 miles an hour isn't like fucking scary fast.
Is it the most difficult sport to play?
There's always that debate, but the act of hitting a baseball is so difficult. You know, the best people ever only can hit it 3 out of 10 times. 3 out of 10. So that's an embarrassingly low thing, and that's as high as you can get to the Hall of Fame. That's how great it is. You're great if you can only fail 7 out of 10 times.
Lifetime 300 hitters is fantastic.
No, it's unbelievable.
Everyone wants that if you play baseball.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, but that means that you're a 700 fail person. And that's the way that we should only put it up. We should only put up the fail numbers.
A study came out this year that it's supposed to be statistically impossible to even hit a baseball in the MLB.
Well, in your case, it's true. But I don't know if you've ever been right down, because I've been at spring training where you're feet away from this. And I will tell you this, I don't know how anybody's a catcher. I can't believe that there's not, and I get so furious when I see a fucking pass ball when I'm watching a game. And then when you're down there, if someone said, hey, do you just want to catch these guys? You're like, nope, don't want to do it. Afraid my face will end up exploding. I'm afraid that loud bang will be coming off my face. Because you just hear this woof, woof. And, you know, I will say this, you look at all the linebackers and whatever you have, boxers, UFC guys, I don't think anyone has a worse temperament, is not a meaner person than a pitcher. They're just mean,
really
terrible people. They honestly think anytime anyone hits the ball that they're being shown up and they're being embarrassed and everybody sees them. So, like, if somebody hits a home run, the next guy gets hit in the neck. Yeah. That's a fucking pitcher. And they will take that thing. Now, I'm talking about being an explosion and have no problem throwing it into somebody's thigh, into their back, into their ass. Oh. It's terrible. It's almost like saying, hey, I'm going to hit this person with a car. It's the same thing. It hurts just as much. Hey, Larry, what's up, buddy?
What's going on? Yeah, right. I just wanted to say, not that Tebow's going to do anything, but they're even giving him this chance because he's a professional athlete. Like, you know, Russell Wilson and like multiple other guys, they have to pick a sport after high school because they're so fucking good. They can play football, they can play basketball, they can play baseball.
Yes.
So I mean, you know what I mean? Like, he's that much of an athlete that he could choose. He could do this.
Well, I mean, all you have to do is go and talk to these scouts because they're not saying he could do it. Is he worth looking at? Yes, because cash is going to rain down on collectibles because people like this guy so much, and he goes around and talks at churches and he shows up. But, you know, that has worn off for him because he hasn't played in years. He hasn't been a regular player in years. So this puts him back. I mean, obviously, do I think that if the guy wanted to run for public office, would he win in Florida? Yeah, I do. Dumb as he is, I think I would probably even vote for him. I'm like, I don't know. He just seems like a good dude. He's like a Dudley Do-Right. I'll fucking vote for that dummy.
Helps kids.
Put him out there. Yeah, kids love him. Doesn't go around enjoying life. He's not, you know what I mean? He's not in the clubs. He's the exact opposite of Johnny Football.
He fucking totally is.
I wish his name was Tebow Football. But my thing, and why I got frustrated with him, is because they asked him, please switch to tight end. You have all the power. Switch to fullback. We don't have many fullbacks. We'll put you in the game 3rd and 1. Just do it. And he would not do it.
Tight end would have been perfect. And it's like, tight ends becoming a different position in the last few years, like with Gronkowski, like fucking.
How so?
They've changed the position.
It used to be a blocking position. Now it's a catching position, catching and running position. You catch a short pass, and then the only people around you are much smaller than you. Maybe you get an extra 4, 5, 6. Who knows? You could break it and go. But Gronk isn't the person who changed that game. He was there when the game changed. Let's not give him all the fucking credit in the world. He's great at it, but the players and the rules changed for that position. Perfect for Tebow. Doesn't want to do it.
Just because it wouldn't be a star.
Because
position.
God didn't tell him. Gronk is a giant star. I mean, you could make the case that Gronk is a bigger star than Brady.
Right.
Not, you know what I mean? Brady is the reason why they're there, but everybody loves Gronk. He's going to do a funny dance and, fucking belly bump against his brothers and, pull his pants down. Brady won't do any of that shit, Brady just wants to throw a football, go home, and think about throwing a football. He has a beautiful wife, but she's probably like, Tom, stop thinking about football, please, for 5 minutes. Here is Tom. Tom in New York. What's up?
Hey, Ronnie, just worried about your math there. You said a guy who hits 300 in his lifetime is a great accomplishment, but remember, that's he only needs a hit every time he gets a bat to do that, and you get 3 strikes each time you come to bat. So you're saying only hitting that once out of 30.
Yeah, so you're saying we could look at each strike as a failure.
Oh, shit.
And what if they actually did that? And it's a failure. Second failure in a row.
He's a terrible athlete,
yes,
ladies and gentlemen.
And let's give him, and let's admit this. Even with the balls, right? He's not swinging at those. So you can't call that a success.
Oh, no.
That's something.
That's a wash.
Yes. That's an incomplete. 2 failures and 3 incompletes. Here's the next pitch. Failure. A foul tip failure just took place, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, there's plenty of times that you're not hitting the ball. Not. Most of the time of your life. You're
Vast
not
majority.
it. Yes. By far.
Across 162 games.
It's an exhausting season.
Fucking crazy,
An
man.
exhausting season. You can't even do it without just handfuls of speed. Just fucking eating speed wherever you go. You see guys, they'll get the second. I better eat some more speed so I can get back in there. Who's got speed? It should just be really skinny fucking meth dealers hanging around. That should be the agents. Feeling really good about Tebow. Fucking gacked right now. Summer's almost gone. So yeah, I guess if you sign this Adidas deal and you're looking to sell a bunch of cleats and gloves, here's the thing that they said about him. And Vito, you should pay attention to this, being a guy who loves baseball. Every catch in baseball he made 2 hands. When the other hand comes in, which means that you haven't learned the mechanics since you were in Little League. And Little League, they're always telling you 2 hands. Catch with 2 hands. You've never seen a major league fucking baseball player.
Shaking flies with 2 fucking hands.
Because they're ready to fucking fire the ball in the second they catch it. There's no time of make sure it's nice in your mitt. Yeah, that's the way we all learned how to catch when we were kids. A grown-ass man like him doesn't. A human bull.
Tebow, what are you doing?
Here's Bill. Bill, what's up?
Ronnie B, you there?
Hey, Bill in Jersey. What do you say, buddy?
Oh, yeah, buddy. Hey, Ronnie B, if you're a shitty American League team, why wouldn't you take a floater on them?
Well,
you make them your DH, you pack the stands, and, every Thursday it's, buy one Bible, get one free.
Here's the thing. Why even waste your time being redundant of saying shitty American League team? You could have said American League team or just shitty league team. You don't need to say them both, Bill. We know where they play 90-foot fucking baseball. But here's the problem with him as a DH. He's not going to fucking hit the ball. And that's what you need out of a DH. I would look, I'd say put him in some kind of fur suit like you would the Philly Fanatic. And he's just terrific Tebow, and he's out there, let's go, ladder, dance. He's just he's got a phone bat and he's spanking himself with it. I love you, Tebow. That's his whole fucking life. He just runs the bases, spanking his ass with a foam bat. Everybody's drinking. At the end of the game, if you lose, everyone throws beer at him. Boo! Chris is acting out the fantasy that we're creating. They just yelled boo long afterwards. That's very funny. But see, he won't do that. He won't fucking just do that.
He should.
So did God tell him he should be a baseball player?
I don't know.
That's private.
Yeah, I know, like, it's really cool in this atheist world that you live in right now.
Yeah.
That you guys can just mock people of faith.
Me and my atheist friends.
Why do you hang out with those people? They don't have a nice attitude about anything.
And they have no God.
They like it that way, though. And I like them.
Well, Gail, you only have one more God than them, so... But what is that the place that you go with Tebow? Just mock him for being an atheist?
No, but I'm just saying, like, all right, if he was obsessed with being a quarterback, now he's like, he goes immediately to be, I want to be a center fielder.
It isn't immediate. It took years to get to this point.
No, but like when he announces, all right, I want to be a baseball player, but I got to be in center field. That seems like something that's like some weird, single-minded, crazy shit.
Where would you have him play?
I don't know. Let's put him at second just to see how he does.
Second? Can you see the size of him? He's bigger than 3 second basemen.
I don't want to put him on third. The arm ain't there.
Is second base like a tiny person?
No, but you
gotta be nimble.
Yes, you're a small, athletic person who can move very quickly. Now you're saying this is a Yankee fan for you, okay? He doesn't have an arm. Let's put him at second. You ever fucking turn two, Chris? You gotta have a fucking gun to turn two.
I know. But it's a shorter distance. That's the only thing I fucking can give him. The guy can't fucking be throwing it.
You gotta get it there faster. You don't have the fucking time on a double play.
You can't play the shift.
He is the shift. He's shifting from football to baseball.
Well, let's just put him at first then. Let's see how that goes.
First would actually make some sense.
He's not left-handed though.
No, but he's God. Vito.
Do you think that's actually a requirement to play first?
I'm saying this. Can I just say this, Vito? I'm saying there's a Yankee fan. They don't have to learn the game because they just get given championships. So they don't learn the game at all. And they're shocked when their team doesn't win at all. I'm so glad that the boss died and left those two learning disability sons of his to fuck up everything.
Chain smoking fucking jerk off. So I just sell the fucking team, Steinbrenner boys. Just get rid of it. You don't want to be there. Jerk offs.
John, Miami.
Hey, how's it going, Mr. and Miss Bennington?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, the way he threw a football like a wet loaf of bread, why not be a knuckleballer?
Okay. Let's just live in some baseball movie fantasy. Maybe he'll get his tendon fucking ripped and they tighten it too much so he's throwing smoke.
Rookie of the Year status.
Whatever happened to Rookie of the Year after that? Did he ever go and have a career?
I don't think he has had, I think he might have done a couple films, but he did not have the career we all wanted him to.
I love that kid.
After his incredible performance of Rookie of the Year.
Go ahead.
Thomas Ian Nicholas. Yeah, he was an American Pie.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my God, I had no idea this. Look at it. Look at his IMDb page just goes on and on. Yeah. Nice job, Rookie. I never was an American Pie watcher. I think I've seen some of the first one, but not all. And then none of the other ones. Like, I know who Stifler is.
Yeah.
That's as far as I go.
You know Stifler's mom.
Yeah, I'm fucking crazy about the whole Stifler's mom thing. I think Stifler himself is an unbelievable actor, and I'm not even fucking making that up. I think he's great.
Sean William Scott.
Is that his name?
That's his real name, yeah.
What is that hockey movie that he's Goon?
Yeah.
That movie,
I didn't see that.
Dude, you and your man sit down and watch that when you're just in the mood for a fun movie, and it's actually fucking great. He's great in it. He should have got 2 Oscars. One for the Canadian side, and one for the. He should have got a Juno and an Oscar. Is what I'm saying. Here's the thing about us. I think we should pay more attention to the Juno Awards. Molly's dad is a Juno Award winner.
Really? For
Yes.
what? He's a musician, right?
Yes, his work in the field of saxophone. Learn to work a saxophone.
He's a sax man.
He is a sax man. He's still a sax man in his days. He's a very important businessman. But on the weekends, he plays sax.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's very Rob Lowe of him, I think. He wears like a yellow Batman shirt when he goes out.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, real cool. Just says pretty cool. Seconds after you. Our thing is this, Chris, and we don't like in on it, but I'm going to tell you now.
Okay, tell me.
All of us, Vito is the one who catches a lot of it, and he'll write it down.
Okay.
But when you get a thought within 60 seconds of someone else's thought, and I'm just like, and I say to them, I go, if he's going to steal, why doesn't he do it from other shows? But
when we couldn't tell what he was stealing.
But you just steal it from Vito or me or Gail.
We had a production meeting the other day.
Yeah.
Ron Bennington turns to me and says, "What do you think about that?" I say what I think. There's a pause. And then he says, "What about you, Chris?" You say almost word for word what I just said. And then he just looks at me like, see, this is exactly what I was telling you about earlier.
This is the thing, because we depend on Chris as our head producer. You just produced two great things we're going to be playing in the next couple of days.
Yes, George Carlin, A Life in Comedy. That's going to premiere tomorrow at 3 p.m. on Carlin's Corner. That's channel 400. And then it's going to replay on Comedy Greats tomorrow at 6 p.m. East, at channel 94. And it's going to be followed by George Carlin's new album, I Kind of Like It When a Lot of People Die.
I'm intimidated that we're playing that on Carlin's Corner. I'm intimidated.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really great. So, Chris, he doesn't have an opinion on how the production's going. He'll just get it. Like, yeah, we got it. So imagine like this. This would be like Marty Scorsese. And if he's directing a movie, because the producer is kind of the director of the performance. When you're doing when you're working, you can't see it from the outside. You can miss little things. In the same way, every baseball team has a coach. You don't know when you have a hitch in your swing. You depend on the coach for that. This is Chris as Marty Scorsese as a director. Perfect. Let's move on to the next shot. I don't give a shit how many fuck-ups are in that. He's like, done. Got it.
Meanwhile, the person is like, seems like you're talking to me. Seems like you're talking to me. Was that good? Perfect. Done.
Perfect.
Love
Done.
it.
Let's go. It's a wrap.
It's all the same.
It seems like it could have been more powerful. Nope. That's it.
You got it.
Kenny, what's up?
What's up, Benningtons? Love the show.
What's up?
But, Stanley mentioned Tebow playing second. He'd be great compared to all the other left-handed middle infielders, wouldn't he be?
Well, then put him in first, then.
It was very
Why?
funny. I didn't even remember that Tebow was left-handed, to be totally honest with you.
I mean, he can play slow-pitch softball, lefty infield, but we're talking the big leagues there.
It's actually tough even to be a quarterback and be left-handed. It's just tough to be left-handed. It's not an easy thing anywhere. Like, I didn't even realize it, but scissors are difficult for left-handed people.
Yeah. If you, really talk to a left-handed person about their troubles, the one that really got me was the ink on their hand, because as they write, their hand rubs across what they've just written. So they have ink stains on their hands, and then they smudge their own writing as they go.
Do you know the old school nuns used to call it the devil's hand?
Yeah.
And they would tie that hand behind them with a belt.
Yeah.
That happened to my dad.
Start them as S&M.
It happened to my grandmother. My mom's mom was whacked in the knuckles with a ruler anytime she tried to pick something up with her left hand by the nuns.
Crazy. Yeah, my dad was left-handed, but then throughout his life he was right-handed. They fucking cured him of it, I guess.
Look, a lot of people writing in about Goon. You guys have got to see it.
I'm going to see it.
Jay, what's up?
Hey guys, just when you were talking about Stifler there, probably one of the funniest scenes he ever stole is out of that movie Cop Out with Bruce Willis and Tracy Morgan.
I agree. He brought so much. Yeah.
Yeah, the back of the cop car scene and the one in the jail cell. I was just going to bring that up.
No, he brought so much energy to Cop Out. And even when you watch Cop Out, that movie should have been great. You know what I mean? It was like an 80s update, the old buddy cop movies. Well, I was just bringing up Shane Black, which, please, over the break, will you guys please watch Nice Guys?
Yes.
Gail?
Look, I'm making a list of stuff I'm going to watch.
Twice. I will see it. I watched all 6 hours of Last Chance U. All right,
I know, but stop texting me like I'm watching it with you.
Look, DJ Law, I'm really worried about. His dad just shows up out of nowhere. He's been in prison. He's going to take advantage of that kid.
Was he the one getting stomped?
Yeah, he was the one who got the shit kicked
It's
out
DJ Law, coach. It's DJ Law. They got him. You will never see anything as violent as that movie.
Fucking game.
Hey, Matt. Welcome, Matt.
Hey.
Yeah, what's up?
So, yeah, Tebow, this whole Tebow thing really kind of pisses me off. I'll tell you why. There are thousands, literally thousands of guys toiling in the minor leagues who are looking for the shot at the big leagues. And this kid comes in, and he's got no skills, and he decides out of the blue that he's going to play in the majors because God told him to.
I don't know if God told him or he just wanted to. But here's the thing. He's a famous guy. He's a cash machine because, he can sell merchandise. It's, no one makes fun of Fruit of the Loom. You know what I mean? That's what he is. He's Fruit of the Loom. He's a brand, as they say. I don't believe. Is it awful for all the guys who are legitimately doing this? Yeah. But if Al Pacino came in here tomorrow and said, I want a radio show, they would give it to him. Now, is that wrong to all the people working in public radio or terrestrial radio that Al walks in? I'm sorry, the fucking book industry has done this forever. The fucking people who sell the most books are diet people and celebrities telling who they banged.
Yeah.
It's never a novelist who's worked 7 years on this Civil War mystery.
It's usually people with ghostwriters.
Goat writers, what they would even use. So it's nuts, but it is what it is, what it is. Where Tebow goes, the cameras go. I don't know. We don't have to talk about it. We are. I
want to talk about Tebow.
We're caught up. For the same reason you talk about the Kardashians. One of them just is a high-paid model now. Other ones, they get money when they fucking tweet.
Yes.
And when they Instagram.
They get a massive amount of money. There's there was just an article about this of what they make on average. Like the average Instagram celebrity. And it's absolutely insane.
I heard one number if there's a product in their Instagram picture, it's like 50 grand, like Fit Tea or something. They'll throw in 50 grand just for.
Yeah, I think what it was 75 was the average for what most of these celebrities who.
It's not just the Kardashians, that's everyone.
This is everyone. These are celebrities who put a product out on their Instagram, enjoying
this beverage. Is
delicious. Exactly. Oh my God, this energy bar. I wouldn't get through my day without it.
Now, every day that they're showing their food, some of those they're not getting paid for, right? So then when they do sneak in when they are getting paid for, it just looks like another thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Although I think it's more apparent now. Now it's pretty obvious, but I don't know. I guess people just don't care. Well, that's just that somebody's selling you when you watch a commercial. You know that person is paid by someone to do it, and yet somehow celebrity endorsements still work. Even if you see through it, even if you're going, yeah, why would I buy this product because this celebrity was in this commercial, and yet somehow it works. It makes sense. They wouldn't be doing it.
All right, so if you have 3 to 7 million followers, you get almost 200 grand for a placement on YouTube, 75 grand for a post on Instagram or Snapchat, and 30 grand for a Twitter post.
But here's the thing. You guys are acting like for years you haven't seen, Alec Baldwin drinking coffee And I mean, he's doing a commercial. These are commercials.
That's what I was saying. Like that, somehow that stuff still works. It's like we still suspend our disbelief when we watch a commercial on TV. We're like, oh, okay, this is.
But here's what gets to you. Even when you think you don't, you do. Even you're like, well, this is just a commercial. And then you're out and you're like, oh, this is the same coffee Alec Baldwin drinks. I'll put that in my cart. Because what are you going to, how do you fucking know what everything is in the store? If I get a little help from Alec Baldwin, God, thank God for it.
Yeah, and hearing a product over and over or seeing people because you recognize that thing, later on you're like, I don't know anything about fucking insurance, but Geico seems to be a thing. You know what I mean? Like,
if Sue said to me, how many insurance companies could you name? I would say Geico before all the other.
Yep.
I don't even know why. I would just go Geico. Like if I was on Family Food, that'd be Geico.
Number one answer.
We talked to 100 minutes. Let's go over here to a gentleman that I'm not going to talk to for a couple of days because he's going to be crabbing. Hard rock Jack.
Could you not please let Chris be the voice of all Yankee fans? I'm just going to ask that.
He's Mr. Yankee.
That's me. I'm the guy.
I'm just asking. I love
Chrissy baseball.
They call me exactly. Thank you, Ron.
Thank you.
First of all, there's not a Yankee hat big enough for that head. So
hey, shit! I go online, order a size 8.
Oh snap!
God, is it really? You have to order a size 8 fitted?
Yep, size 8 fitted.
Crazy. I thought my 7 5/8 was big.
What's the size of most heads? Like the average head?
Like 7 and is it maybe 7? I think.
So you're just an inch bigger.
That doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, but that's an inch of circumference. It makes it look bigger.
If I put a 7, like a size 7 hat on, it would look like a yarmulke on my head. I'm not fucking exaggerating. It's crazy.
Why don't you just get a Yankee yarmulke then? It'll be even better.
I'm serious.
You think I'm fucking lying, dude? You think I'm fucking lying?
It's hat. It's a hat size. There's no reason for you to treat this with any importance.
You're trying to tell me out of the fucking blue that I have a normal size head?
Just relax, Chris. Your head's a little larger. So what? You're dealing? You're dealing?
Barely.
Why don't I try to get you a deal for monster heads? People that with heads the size of fucking monsters.
I'm perfect for them.
You could make some good money on Instagram.
Dude, you don't watch the training thing, right? The
Hard
Rams?
Knocks?
Yeah. There's a fucking dude. They took him to a museum. He still refuses to believe in dinosaurs.
They showed the fucking fossils?
You mean rocks? No. That's just a rock.
Why does he believe that people have made up dinosaurs?
I think he thinks the government's doing it to keep people from believing in God.
That's not a bad idea.
Because God could not make a dinosaur.
You know that's the one thing he can't do. He's limited.
Oh, God is a limited God. He only has some powers. That's the fucking thing. The funniest thing, limited God. That we could just do a story on a God to go, that is outside of my powers.
Yeah.
I can't stop a hurricane.
I wouldn't say I'm all powerful.
I'm some powerful. More powerful than any of them motherfuckers. By the way, see when the touchdown of that superstorm in the Tampa Bay area. This is Gail has all kinds of relatives there. There's also a typhoon off of Hawaii. I
have a relative there.
Yeah, I got relatives. You got a bunch there now. We've got to follow everything to make sure that wind and rain doesn't hit our family constantly. When's touchdown?
Looks like 2 p.m. Thursday.
2 p.m. Thursday.
Really? I thought it was today.
No.
Yeah, I can't tell.
I thought it was going to be Thursday morning. I didn't know Thursday afternoon. It doesn't mean that the rain isn't coming before then, but it's the touchdown. Just like when you guys watch football or arena football or touch football, there are touchdowns. You ever see like the old 1900s things where you actually had to kneel down and put the ball in the end zone? Like you had to, they ran all the way. They ran 80 yards and then they put the ball on the end zone. I never know what happened if somebody slapped that other hand before they could do that. You did not touch down, sir. You didn't do it. This is why you're not getting a face mask. Vito has the sweetest laugh. of
I know.
anyone I've ever seen.
I know. It always makes me happy when I look over. I see that man behind the glass just enjoying.
He has a shy laugh. He has an embarrassed laugh. Were you laughing last night, Vito?
I was laughing a whole ton last night.
I wanted to sit with you guys. You had such a packed booth. I'm like, because I had nowhere to go in between, with the accident. How's the Skanks producer end up in our booth?
That's where Christine sat us.
Well, I understand that. But Skanks with Benningtons?
Mm-mm.
We're the ones who told Jay, go to the bonfire. That's where the future is. We got to get Louis J. Gomez back in here, too.
I know. We haven't had him in a while.
Well, we had him in with Dave Smith, and Dave just talked over him the whole time.
True.
That photo thing that they do up on the iBank today? Our buddy Emma Willman. What's the name of that?
That's Up Next. Up Next, Emma Willman, a look through the lens of New York comedy.
Phil does these things. Look at that great picture of her. And, she tells the whole story of, she did not want to know, she didn't want to bring up her sexuality when she was on stage because she wanted her comedy to be about something else. But immediately people went, you look like a boy! Because she dresses that way. But, she's crazy. There's something crazy hot about her that men and women see. I think it may be confidence, and of course, she's great looking, but her story is really great. And I love came to New York, got my ass kicked, came back to New York. See, you and Vito grew up in New York, right? So you just don't understand the foot in the face it is when you get here. Yeah. It's exhausting when you first get here.
It's so shocking.
When you first moved to New York, most people end up sleeping 18, 19 hours a day at first. Just trying to deal with stuff. You wouldn't know. You probably, if you had to go out and live on a farm, Chris.
Well, I was freaked out when I had to go away to college in Westchester County. I was weirded out.
Upstate, as he calls it.
Westchester.
First time you heard a cricket.
I couldn't sleep.
And you still don't know what birds are.
No, I've only seen pigeons and sparrows. I saw a blue jay once.
Do you ever hear about his dream vacation?
What's that?
He's had a dream since he was a kid to go to a ranch that he's been in love with. It is his Brigadoon, right? His Amazon, everything that he dreams about. It is the Marlboro Ranch.
A wonderful, wonderful place.
Have you ever even heard of it?
What is? It's like Marlboro cigarettes?
Marlboro cigarettes. They have a ranch, and they randomly select smokers, and they send them like a fucking something in the mail saying, "Congratulations, you've been selected to go to the Marlboro Ranch."
And no one knows how you get it.
No one knows. It's fucking at random, and then they send you to the Marlboro Ranch, all expenses paid, and you hang out there for like a week. And they just feed you cigarettes and booze and fucking and you're doing ranch shit.
Why don't you just go to a dude ranch? Why don't you just?
It's the same as the Marlboro.
No,
he wants to be at the Marlboro Ranch.
I want to go to the Marlboro Ranch.
You can do all those same things.
But it's not unlimited cigarettes and fucking alcohol, even though I don't smoke. I've stopped drinking.
You would if you went to the Marlboro.
If they gave me the ranch, yeah. I'm lighting the fuck up. Let's take a little, vacation from.
Is that it right
pictures?
there?
This is the Marlboro Ranch in Montana.
Oh, that's lovely.
Where in Montana?
I'll find it.
It looks like a set for something like a western set.
Yeah. All right. So it's like Livingston. It looks like.
That's a great area. Livingston's a fucking fantastic area.
Yeah, it's right there. The Crazy Mountain Ranch is what it's called.
Do you know Mike Kaka is out in that area right now?
That's awesome.
I can text him and see if he'll go try to sneak in the Marlboro Ranch.
Do it, Mike.
But how did you find out? Because I didn't know until he told me.
All right, so I was really into Marlboro points and Marlboro gear when I was a kid because my parents smoked. Loved Marlboro gear. Loved it. It was very exciting at the Stanley house.
Like all of us when we were kids.
Oh, sure.
Trying to count up our parents' Marlboro points.
I would count up the Marlboro miles. Like, Mom, we have 700 Marlboro miles. This is what we can get.
Niagara Falls, Frankie Angel.
It's a happy memory.
Sure, I understand. On what today's market would be $300 or $400 of cigarettes given out to a child. I'm moved by it.
And so like I was now as an adult and I started smoking, I'd sign up for shit. And I joined, there's a Marlboro forum to like get free Marlboro coupons or whatever. Yeah. And one of the fucking posts was like, the Marlboro Ranch. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I look into it and it's like, hey, we got selected for the Marlboro Ranch. And we're going like, huh? And then I found out that like Marlboro just fucking sends people to this ranch just randomly. And they give you all your fucking clothes.
Not sure. Just relax. Don't tell it in anger. Tell it like it's a person talking to another person. Everybody here loves you and wants. Yes,
I'm leaning in. I want to know everything, but I'm being yelled at.
He's driving you away.
I want you to get this.
Look, they give you clothes. They clothe you.
That's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. That's a little weird.
You get cowboy hats. It's really fucking weird, but also
that is like an old-fashioned Western town. That's not a ranch. That's a movie set.
It's Crazy Mountain Ranch.
And then what else do they do?
I don't know. You
riding horses?
Yeah, you riding horses, driving Humvees.
Now, would you ride a horse?
I'd ride a horse. Sure,
I would never stop laughing to see you go on a horse. It would be the greatest day of my life.
You know, when in Marlboro Ranch.
It makes sense.
There was a Marlboro Ranch.
I had a dream once to go to the Castle Pall Mall, and it's wherever particular people congregate.
I don't think that's real.
So?
I can dream.
Well, yeah. And there's like a winter version and a summer version. So they're giving out fucking trips all year long.
Which would you want?
I guess summer. I want to go in the summer.
I don't know. Winter sounds kind of nice. You're trapped inside. You're smoking cigarettes.
It's better for smoking and drinking.
Yeah. Now, what makes you think there's other
drinking?
Smoking, drinking, riding horses. What do you eat? You eat like tobacco-themed food?
No, I think they give you food. They have like, I've read that it's like, a good chef there.
Good chef. Oh, yeah.
Good
chef. Great. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our good chef.
All right.
Cigarette chef.
Put the cigarette out. Enjoy my meal.
Do you want your slobber over an omelet, sir?
Yes.
Johnny, have a great crabbing trip, buddy.
Listen, I'll be around for another couple of days. Don't worry.
All right. We won't be, though. We'll take a little time for ourselves.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hate that.
Yeah, well, call
Happy
me.
crabbing, though.
Call me anytime you want. You got my number. I'll
Group text.
I'll do a fucking break with you.
That'd be awesome.
All right. Peace, buddy.
Later.
Matt. Arizona, Matt.
Yeah, Ron, love the show. The only reason I pay for XM.
Oh, it's
About
nice.
15 years ago, I won a trip to the Marlboro Racing School, stewed all my friends, and took my sister. We grew up in racing garages. It was amazing. When we got home, we complained that there was no one to chew our food because you needed to do nothing else.
Now, how did you win the trip?
I was at a bar. I was in my early 20s and signed up for the trip. Didn't even know I'd won. I went home. They sent me stuff about a week before I was supposed to leave, and I said, hell yeah, I'm going.
And you get behind what kind of cars?
We got to drive what they called it a Van Diemen, and it was about a quarter of an Indy, 100 horsepower, 1,000 pounds. And
Chris, would you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll fucking do that. Marlboro's bill?
They also had IROC cars where they'd bought the entire year of the Dodge Daytonas. So you're driving a full-on NASCAR in the car by yourself around Miami Homestead.
That sounds like a blast, being down at Homestead, fucking whacked out, driving around cars. Here's Bob. Bob, what's up, buddy?
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine won a trip about 2 years ago to go to the Marlboro Ranch. It was a cigarette, cheap cigarette night at the bar, and they have a guy scanning the barcodes inside of the cigarette boxes, and I was one behind him, and he was the guy who ended up winning. He went for a week. Him and his girl went. Everything paid for. Steak dinner every single night. He got 6 packs of whatever your favorite Marlboro product is.
Marlboro Red.
Every single night. He said he couldn't spend a dime if he wanted to. Hot tubs, massages, horseback riding, absolutely.
This is everything you've dreamed of.
This is all I want. Just free steak and smokes.
Steak every night. Like you're like
breakfast, lunch, dinner.
It's 6 nights of steaks. Is there a little piece of fish I could have or
Not
some
Marlboro
pasta? Well, this would be your dream, Chris.
I would love it, man. This fucking happens.
I swear to God, when I was a kid, our high school band used to play that. So when we were like in middle school, which we call junior high, and they started to play that, all the kids took their cigarettes out and fucking put them up in the air. Because is it from Magnificent Seven? Is that where that movie? Are they going to use it in the new movie?
I doubt it. Oh, they might have some. They might have some shitty remix.
Dude, I don't know what you fucking had for breakfast, but you're on today. You are giving us 100.
Have got it.
100% pure Chris Stanley today. There's nothing. I'm worried that you're going to rest and be normal by the time we get back there.
I'm worried about that too. Maybe I'll just come in next few days, just hang out in this office. Yeah, I have like an account on Marlboro.com, like enter fucking bullshit contests just because I gotta keep my name out there, in the Marlboro fucking database. I haven't won shit.
You've never won anything from it.
I got like coupons or whatever. But then I also heard like they a lot of people who get the invite don't fucking take it because they don't realize it's an invite. They think it's spam mail, or junk mail.
Yeah, I would never believe. It's like for years you got that you may be a winner and you're just like fuck you.
Yeah, bullshit. You're lying to me.
Yeah,
mail.
And every email that you get now, like I had put this off so many times. But there's this guy. He's like an African prince, right? Yeah. And all I had to do was put up a couple grand. And I get millions of dollars to help him get his money out of Africa. I sent him like $3,700.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
Forgot all about it. 2 weeks later, I get a check, $2.1 million.
What?
That actually really worked out.
Help those people. There's so many princes that need your help. I love whenever you get something that is like, hello, darling one. They don't know how to, they don't know the way we actually
Hello, my mysterious lover. What? Who is this?
I am looking for friendship and love.
It would give me much gratitude. What?
We should, every time you get one of those, just bring it in, because they're funny as shit.
They're the best.
And they're like, sending now. Money should come rolling in.
That's my day at work.
Now we just sit and wait.
Until the cash starts flowing in here. Here's Chuck in Boston. Chuck.
Yeah, a friend of mine went to the Marlboro Ranch a couple of years ago, figured out how he got invited, told his cousin went a year later.
Well, come on,
what
man.
you got to do is you got to go to www.
Oh, Chuck!
Oh!
Yo! Call back! Chuck! Fuck! Smoking and I'm drinking. And there's lots of steaks. You can eat the steaks. Lots of steaks. You can eat the steaks. Call the Marlboro people and say we're ready to add lyrics. I'm gonna really hate the fact that you're gonna get some rest.
Yeah, you're weird now.
We need you on the edge, dude.
Okay.
That's pure Stanley. Can't believe that you picked the Skanks over. Who from the Skanks asked you?
Luis J. Gomez. The real ass dude.
Oh, he was the real ass dude last night, too.
He sure was.
He was a Puerto Rican rattlesnake.
Stop that. You don't believe that for a second.
Do I?
You weren't raised that way. You were raised to be a nice person. A real clean teen. David, Baltimore.
Hey, Benningtons.
Hey, man.
I was at the Marlboro Ranch that Chris is talking about 20 years ago when they first started it, and it is friggin' insane.
I'm sure it is.
Everybody's gone to this but you.
When, like 20 years ago, when when they first started it, they went around. I own bars and restaurants in Baltimore, and back then they were going around and like they sent 20 bartenders out to this place to kind of do a week of recon and then go tell everybody about it. It was nuts. Every day we went back to our room, there was like another gift on the bed, like a camera or a coat or just, I don't know, a machete, just stupid stuff.
Stupid or wonderful.
It's awesome.
And it all says Marlboro.
I want all those things.
But that town that you're looking at, the guy who owns the ranch went out and found like these old Western buildings that were going to get demolished, took them apart and rebuilt them on his property, and it looks like a Western movie set. It's sick.
First of all, I'd love to just be hanging out on a Western movie set. I've been doing nothing but walking down the street with my hands ready to draw. Ow, ow, ow. Where's the steak? 3 cigarettes and some steaks.
Do you know what bad shape you would be? Like, imagine the state of Chris Stanley when he left the ranch.
Happy?
Just smoking
Content?
and drinking and eating meats only for a week.
Someone wrote in that this is Chris's, I think Cam did, this is Chris's supersize me week. He put that guy to shame. But he died with a big smile on his face.
Oh, yeah, I'd fucking be happy.
But this would actually be like a Westworld that would be even more fun. Just smoking robots, giving you steak.
Thank you, robots.
Dip in butter, sir. Dipping cigarettes and steak in butter.
More butter. You're running out of butter.
You're like a low rent Homer Simpson. You know what I mean? Like if Homer Simpson was a real fuck up.
I mean, he did have a fucking job at a nuclear power plant.
I think we got a break here.
Yeah, we do.
Why don't you plug when these gigs are going to be running again?
George Carlin, A Life in Comedy. That's going to premiere tomorrow at 4 p.m. 3 p.m. East on Carlin's Corner. That's channel 400. That's going to replay on Comedy Greats, channel 94 at 6 p.m. East. And immediately following that, they will be preparing the album I Kind of Like It When a Lot of People Die, George Carlin's new album. And then on Saturday...
Wait, just let's stop and figure out how they're trying to prepare. Go ahead.
Following both airings, Sirius will play George's new album, I Kind of Like It When a Lot of People Die.
Now, you told me they were only playing that once. So these are the only 2 times we can hear the album, right?
Yes. Yes.
'Cause I'm going to listen with everybody else.
Yes.
I'm very excited. And I'd be doing this anyway, even if we had nothing, we weren't part of the documentary. But to hear this album of George's material they had never heard before, can't wait.
And then on Saturday at 3 p.m. is GPS Austin on Deep Tracks Channel 27.
All right, we'll take a break. Back, Bennington. Hey, make sure Medicine Man stays in our rotation.
We want to keep Medicine Man.
We were talking with her about that last night. And Chris's weird thing when he said that nutty phrase out of nowhere.
Someone tweeted it to me earlier today too.
What was the
it was
phrase?
like Waka Chaka.
Waka Chaka, I believe it. I'll look it up.
No, it's like 3 things. It's like Waka Chaka something.
Waka Chaka Naka?
Something like that.
Unga Chaka, Unga Chaka, Uga, Uga, Uga Chaka. That's got to be the worst thing that's ever showed up on the song. That's pretty good. Deep inside of me. And yet, I'll sing right along with that dumb shit.
And dance like the Ally McBeal baby while you do it.
I think that was the first viral thing that was ever sent to me, where I would just get it sent to me time and time again.
Yeah, that thing was really disturbing.
It was freak. It made me hate the future. And now that I'm at the future, I was right to start hating it earlier. All right, Trump is down into Mexico, and they've surrounded him, and they say they're keeping him.
Oh, no, God. Please, no.
Until they get the giraffe back. The shot giraffe. I love that giraffe.
It's the best.
I like them better dead, though.
What?
They're easier to deal with.
I mean, you can't really cuddle them unless they're dead.
Would you ever have like a pet giraffe and just take it out for walks around the city?
Yeah, I would.
Just have this long, thin bag where its long thing shits. I imagine it just has shits like a rope.
Just to scale with their neck?
Yes.
Ooh.
Every turd is an award winner like that. Just a long, thin award winner.
I would not pick it up. I'd leave it.
Did you ever think when you were younger you'd go walking around picking up dog shit like you do?
No, my dog was my childhood dog was roaming free and just shit wherever he want. Nobody ever said, "Hey, your dog shit in my yard." He would go into the woods by himself.
No one cared.
No.
That was his business.
He was a dog, so.
Yeah, he was a dog. Dogs do dog stuff.
Now I have a very close relationship with my dog's digestive system. I know everything that's going on.
It's more than I want to know.
We're very in tune.
This would keep me from having a pet and feeding it and stuff like that.
You know, there is a study that these researchers are now saying that dogs can understand not only tone, but also words, and they use them together.
No.
So they're using those things together to figure out what it is that you're trying to communicate. So they're saying, if you say, you know, like the trick, like when you're saying, "Oh, good boy," and you're like saying it all happy, the dog is going, "Oh, I know this is good because your tone tells me you're happy with me." But you're saying that to them so much, eventually they are going to understand "good boy" flat. Like they're going to understand.
Even if I say it like this, "Good boy."
Yeah, they're like, okay, he's pleased with this situation.
But do they know how to use it in a sentence? Like,
no, they don't.
They know good sandwich.
That's the problem. Here's one that I figured out. Obviously, Birdie knows her name. She knows when I say it. She knows the shortened version. She knows bird. She knows birdie. She knows bird dog. Everything. She's just like, that's me. She's whatever. But here's an interesting one. I'm pretty sure she knows the word chicken now. Like we are conversationally talking like, what should we have tonight? The word chicken comes up and she's like, wait, what's going on? Because I remember the last time you gave me some of that, you said that word beforehand. Like she's picking up the word
I know there's,
chicken.
So we, over the summer, went to a lake house, our whole family. And I'm grilling chicken, like tons of it, because there's a bunch of us. And then a piece fell on the ground. So I, ripped it up nice and small and gave it to Birdie. I mean, that chicken was disappearing. And after that, I was like her best friend.
Yeah.
Like maybe I'll start making chicken later for all we know. You know what I mean?
Chicken man. Man's back.
But I never saw an animal that was so excited about, like, she doesn't get that excited about meat, right?
She likes cold cuts a great deal. She likes roast beef a lot for some reason specifically, but chicken is really exciting to her.
I mean,
really exciting.
I would put some on my hand, it would just disappear, and then she would lick my fingers because of the chicken grease. But this is something else that she does is real funny. So, like, if Gail's going away, she'll drop him off at our house, right? Because, and she'll get used to us very quickly, and this is the new environment. But when Gail comes home, she meets her, and she's, like, freaking out. She's so excited. Then she runs back to me all happy, like, she wants me to be jumping on Gail. And excited. Like, she feels like she's brought the information to me, even though I'm 5 feet away. And that fucking makes me laugh my ass.
Did everyone see? She's back.
I know you like her too, right? So run over there. She wants me to kind of jump on Gail.
Now, this is kind of a weird thing. Do you think it is weird when somebody talks to their dog in public? Because I had something come up the other day where I was walking Birdie down the street, and it wasn't like I was saying sit or go or something like that. I was in a full conversation with my dog. And there was the spot of grass that used to be on this sidewalk, and they have removed that spot and paved it over. So Birdie was pulling me towards this area that she usually likes to pee over there. And I'm going, the thing is, they actually pulled the grass up. So you're going to have to get used to this new thing. We're not going to be coming to this corner. This isn't going to be where. And all of a sudden, I realize that my neighbor is standing next to me and looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? And it wasn't like I was talking to her like a dog. Good girl, or right. Let's go. I was in a full look, we're going to have to figure this out because this isn't going to be our corner anymore. We're not going to be stopping here anymore. There's plenty other corners we can go to. And I realized, I looked crazy to my neighbor.
I think somebody looks crazy even when they're talking conversationally to a little kid. And they're
like
not,
a baby, like
yeah,
people
you're
in
not
full.
crazy. You're communicating.
Right.
With.
See, that's how I see it.
You're just communicating. You don't have to, first of all, fuck your neighbor. Your job isn't to make your neighbor feel good about what is this, Bewitched? Where she's got to fucking be looking out the window all the time and yelling out for Abner to come in here? Just fucking stop being a goddamn lace Irish and shut your blinds.
Now, I do get uncomfortable when I hear people baby talk too much to their dog in public. And I'm not saying I'm above it, but I just try to keep that private. You say some weird stuff to your dog when you're alone. Like, I say some really weird stuff to Birdie, but usually I'm informing her that she is a dog. For some reason, I'm just like, you're a dog. Yeah, you are. You're a puppy. Yes. I don't know why I tell her she's a dog.
Because you get the response that you want.
And she's like, I am. And she's like, you're right, I am a dog. Are you a dog? I don't know why I need to ask her and then confirm. Yeah, you are. You are a dog.
You get the response from her that you're dying to get from Chris Stanley. You're a person. You're a boy.
Yeah, you're a human man. Are you a human?
Huh? I don't think it's wrong to talk to your dog. I mean, it's the whole point of having it. We're going to be talking to robots that way before you know it.
Oh, yeah.
So you talking your dog is going to put you one up on everybody else. Hey, Tony in Chicago. Tony.
Hey, so my parents had this small dog, a Silky Terrier. They live in Iowa, out on the edge of town, and my dad would take the dog for a walk every day, same route pretty much. And they would go along the edge of town where there was a cornfield. One day, the corn had been picked because it was fall, and the dog noticed the corn was gone and freaked out and just sat and barked at an empty field for like 3 minutes. My dad couldn't get him to move because he got so used to the same surroundings.
That's crazy, right?
That's really intense.
Like, there's no way to explain to a dog that it's been harvested. You know what a harvest is, don't you, boy? You understand harvesting?
Yeah, the harvest.
It's a silo.
For me, like, the dog that I had when I was a kid, the saddest thing is because he was like a badass dog. He was a Chesapeake Bay Retriever. And this dog would chase a bullet. I mean, he could just run, jump, fight other dogs. Back then, dogs would fight in the street. Nobody would make a big deal out of it because, you didn't have leashes on any of them. So every time you had that leash pull thing, the dogs would just fight and people would try to pull them apart. But when this dog was getting older and then I used to make up these games like he was still fetching, but I would throw it like a foot away.
Mm-hmm.
I would bring it back and I'd be like, yeah, look at Buddy. But it was heartbreaking for me because to see, like, he doesn't understand age. Like an old person's like, I used to do those things, but now I'm old. I'll just watch other. No, he had no idea that he was old.
Yeah, they can't really reflect and they don't feel like sad for the past. They're just like their own present. Like, you ever see a dog who, like, had a limb amputated? As soon as they get up and moving, they're just like, yep, I'm still the same dude. I just run around with 3 legs now. Like, they just go right into it. They don't go like, how am I gonna...
I've never seen a wild thing feel sorry for itself.
A bird will fall dead, frozen from a bough, without ever having felt sorry for himself.
But that dog, I tried to be his memory for him. I was like, oh, you used to hunt all the time. You're a hunter. But he wasn't anymore. It was just Buddy.
Sad. Sweet Buddy.
Well, circle of life, I like to think of it as. And the circle of life is, that's it. It sucks. You're just on a circle. I don't know why they made the circle of life as a positive thing, because you could easily just sit and cry thinking about the circle of life.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. And also, like, the circle of life continues, but, like, your part of the circle doesn't continue.
Right.
It's not like you get to consciously experience the circle.
You're a small part of the circle. So what good is it to be on a circle when you're not the whole circle?
Yeah. Just one shitty spot.
Fuck. Let's go over here to Dustin, the mighty state of Utah.
Yeah, this is Dustin up in Utah. I taught my dog English commands, and at the same time I also taught it commands in Navajo, just so it can, whenever I take it home to the reservation and all that, it can hang out with all the other dogs, and my mom talks to it in Navajo too, and it picks up right on it.
Here's what I hate. I hate that a dog knows a language I don't.
Well, we all got to learn new things every day, and it's just a fun thing to do, you know?
That's
My mom
great
would be like,
wisdom, my
"Dot,
friend.
Yeah, she's like, dot and dot, just basically sit, and all the other dogs will sit, and my dog will catch up right on it, and she'll start feeding them and all that, and when it's time for everyone to come inside and eat, like, this, and they all come running, and she'd be right on key with it. I mean, it's a great learning experience, and when my nieces and nephews all come over, we do the same thing, it's commands in Navajo, and they're majority language, they're young kids, and they're like, oh, what are you saying to your dogs? Oh, we're telling them to spit and eat basic commands in our native language, and they love it. It's a good learning experience for everyone.
Dustin, say something in Navajo and see if I can figure it out, all right?
All right, Dustin,
All right, did you just say make America great again?
Oh, no, it's make Navajo is awesome, Grim.
Oh! You know what I'm thinking, Dustin? Pretty good prize closet, brother. Yeah! Pretty good prize closet.
É prêmio muito bom.
This is Navajo.
É prêmio muito bom, armário. Nós temos bons prêmios. É prêmio muito bom. É prêmio muito bom, armário de prêmios. Nós temos bons prêmios.
Hey, man. So, for that language lesson you just gave, I'm going to give you Old School, signed by Jeremy Piven, Old School Language.
Oh, sweet.
All right.
Old School language. You tried to tie it in together, and that was nice. You struggled with it, but that was
You
nice.
know what? You tried, and that's...
Like with your workouts, you're trying.
The effort's there.
Yeah, the effort is there.
Weight loss isn't.
Don't. You know what? Journey, not destination, buddy. Journey. And what else did
Start
Journey
the
say?
climb.
What else did Journey say?
They said, don't stop believing.
No. I was talking about that one.
Faith. They said faithfully.
Mm-mm.
Highway love?
Highway love. Highway love? When did they say highway love?
In that one song where it starts out, highway love.
That's not it. What is it, Chris?
Look it up. Look up the lyrics quickly, Chris. Do. Hey, Red, in Canada.
Hi there, everybody.
Hey, buddy.
Okay, first I just want to give you guys big kudos on the show. I've been listening for about 10, 11 years, something like that. Fez was awesome on the show to begin with, and he kind of lost his stride a little bit. Gail, I love you. I love your laugh. It's awesome.
Let me tell you something. Let me just say one thing about my friend Fez, and I know he doesn't want to live a public life, but every day, stronger and stronger, sending stuff into us, sending stuff into the Interrobang. I'm not going to say who or why, but if you read the Interrobang, you'll see things by an anonymous person. That's Fez, and he's funnier every day, feeling better every day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fez is great. I love him.
He's a unique talent. Very, very strong, unique talent.
Absolutely. Now, going on to, you guys are speaking of teaching dogs things, teaching language. What about centaurs? Can you teach them anything?
Well, they say that there was an old thing, you can't teach an old drunk new tricks. And yet, I don't know. It's really hard not to just make fun of him for being drunk and drugged up all the time. I don't know what to do. I'm
so
lost.
present. Like it's like it imprinted on you.
Oh, definitely.
Look at this picture. Andrew McGee sent this. It looks like she's teaching this dog to read. Look at the look on his face.
Uh-huh. Now here's something. Birdie understands that when I take my phone out, she understands to sit and like look up for a picture.
She poses now?
she complies with a photo. In fact, I was taking a photo of my piano and sending it to my aunt, and she saw me take my phone out, stood in front of the piano, and sat proudly with her head up. And I'm like, no, I'm trying to take a picture of something else. She's like, I'm right here. Go ahead, snap your photo.
I wonder what she thinks that means, though.
I don't know.
But I do see her pose for pictures. Jesus.
Yeah. I take my phone out.
Took millions of
I
pictures.
take so many pictures of my dog. It's ridiculous.
Kyle, what's up, buddy?
Hey guys, jumping on the conversation with the dogs. I've got my first dog for the first time in 12 years, about 9 months ago, and he and I have conversations, full conversations, every single day. Specifically in the morning when we're ready to go, he goes to daycare during the day. I'll say, get your leash, let's go. He'll go grab his leash, put it in his mouth. We never hook it up. He just carries it, then walks into his daycare with his leash in his mouth, hands it off to the lady there. It's awesome.
That's pretty clever. I don't think Bertie could figure that one out.
Ladies and gentlemen, you never know who's going to call us. This is a major call from San Francisco, California. It's Disco Dan.
Hey, am I on air? Am I on air?
Yes.
I've never called into a show before.
You're on the air, sir. You're on the. Could you turn?
Oh, awesome.
Could you turn your city down, please? Thank you.
No, I can't. I'm on vacation. How's everything, guys? I heard you talking about dogs. So
let's go to you. You're the guy. You arrived in San Francisco. Where have you been? City Lights Bookstore. What are you doing out there?
Well, I just got off of the aircraft and am taking an Uber into town. And I have to kill time until 8 p.m. and I slept for like 2 hours. So any recommendations?
What are you doing till 8 o'clock?
I might go to Haight-Ashbury, something generic like that.
Yeah, something from the 60s. Well, yeah, just go. You've never been to San Francisco, right?
Not since I was like really young.
So yeah, go and do the regular tourist thing. So I don't know why people feel like they can't. You know,
especially if it's your first time going to a city like.
You don't want to be like,
stuff.
I went to San Francisco, I didn't go anywhere near Fisherman's Wharf. Fuck that. You're like, why? Why?
No,
check it out.
I'm gonna fucking Fisherman's Wharf. I'm gonna set up a tent, staying there all day.
So who are you meeting out there? Who are you hanging out with?
Who's that? My friend who's a PhD student at Stanford, and my other friend who works at Yosemite National Park.
Well, you're kind of far from Yosemite, right?
Yeah, we're going to drive down on Saturday. And then, the altitude might kill me, so I might not ever come back.
Oh, is that right? You're one of those people, you have problems with that?
Well, no, but I'm anticipating it because, it's the kind of thing that would happen,
Don't stop worrying, Dan. He's a worrywart.
It sounds fun.
You know how much I worry about these sort of things.
You really should go to City Lights like you were a beat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go to that store where Jack read and just be there, man. Just be in San Francisco, run around, meet people,
Yeah, that's what I was going to try to do, just try to find a drum circle and talk.
Well, I don't know what year you think it is. I mean, like New York, that's rich people who live there now.
It's all tech. It's all tech money.
It's all tech money.
Maybe they're taking the day off and letting their hair down in a little drum circle, and they want to force.
Why don't you be the guy who brings a bass to the drum circle? You know what I mean? It's make your place in life.
Well, that's cool.
Is the guy who brings the bass to the drum circle is he like shredding, or is he like kind of an asshole? Is he like a cool guy, or?
Yes, you're going to be the cool guy, Disco Dan.
You're always the cool guy.
Well, thanks, guys. It's been a pleasure talking to you, but I don't want to. I don't want to take up too much time.
Bring the show down any more than you have. All right.
It's hard to do radio in a car. Have you ever done that?
Yes.
In a moving car?
Yes, and I never found it to be difficult. But thank you, Dan.
All right, have a good one.
Bye, Dan.
Love Dan.
Have a wonderful adventure.
Bye, Dan.
Don't you hate it when someone is on vacation and they don't even make that seem like fun?
Yeah, this is
Like when they're like, I don't even know where to go. Go. Just be.
You chose to go to this place.
Be. Make it a be in, you know?
I don't know what's wrong with Dan.
Fucking first time me and my friend went out to San Francisco, we got ripped off our ass.
That sucks.
About a fucking sheet of it.
Sheet?
Yeah, but we're going to be in California for a while.
Okay.
We thought it'd be very nice to be tripping the whole entire time. But we ate so much of this fucking paper. I'm like, I hope this doesn't kick in late, you know? I hope we got ripped off. I was at the point where I hope we were just totally ripped off. Or else we may have eaten so much acid we're not coming back.
Fire fucking brains here.
The TMZ helicopter was forced to stay in the air for whatever reason. They wouldn't let it come down and they were running out of fuel, and they actually turned off any kind of air conditioning and stuff. They thought they only had 10 minutes of fuel left. And that's how you feel like when you've eaten too much paper and you're like, man, I hope this isn't tragedy. You know, I hope we just got ripped off. That would be the best thing to happen.
Please, God.
I remember when I slept and woke up, I'm like, okay, great. Good. But you think in a place like San Francisco, that's not going to happen. No, there's no such thing as good people. Just because they look like you and dress like you doesn't mean they're fucking same as you.
No.
Big Chill. That's the Big Chill moment. That's what the entire movie, The Big Chill, was about. Just because these people are of our generation and they dress like us, they talk like us, they don't have the same values of us. That's what they found out when they left college.
Yeah.
When they made that close friendship, the friendships that you make forever, even if you don't see those people.
But then you find out, like, oh, things aren't the same. Will never be the same.
No.
They can't.
And see, that's what the conservatives are finding out this election, and liberals learn it all the time, is that there's many different colors to this. Not everybody is as locked in. And that's why you got to feel for the Republicans, because they're trying to fucking deal with Trump, and he's not really a Republican.
Yeah, I mean, he's not really on his own, he's on his own, like, wavelength.
Look at that. The first commercial flights are going in from America to Cuba today.
Oh, wow.
Which everybody thinks is fantastic.
It's over.
And you know it's going to end up looking like the Strip before it's done.
Yeah,
any
of course.
property, any beachside property is just going to be giant fucking hotels.
The whole reason they had a revolution in the first place.
Yeah.
JetBlue is the first flight that lands there.
What are they doing there to the plane?
I think that's them making sure they don't get any of their capitalist fucking dirt all over everybody. Everyone has to be sprayed constantly. I don't know whether they still do that in Australia, but they used to. They would spray people as they came in, like, to make sure, because they're really worried about insects and bugs and stuff like that. But if someone said, we're going to spray you before you come in because, you could be filthy, fuck you and your country.
I don't even want to go now.
You're the ones fucking playing a didgeridoo like morons.
I don't even like taking my shoes off if someone says that's the rules of their house.
You think I'm going to my fucking father was in that camp? You think I'm going to take my fucking shoes off for these fuckers? The last good movie Johnny Depp did.
It might have been.
He doesn't care anymore.
He hasn't cared for a long time.
Yeah. If he doesn't care, why should we? That's my new motto.
That's good.
Good. I'm glad.
Fuck Johnny Depp.
I didn't know whether it was going to go over or not, but
Chris approves.
I'm on fucking board with this whole fuck Johnny Depp thing.
I don't mean it that way, but I'm saying, you know how we used to feel when a Johnny Depp movie came out, like we cared.
Yeah. Best thing that's come out is him yelling at Amber Heard from fucking TMZ.
Oh God, Chris, that's
she's
dark.
not from TMZ.
She works at
lives
TMZ.
there. She was born there.
The best part of that video was the giant glass of wine he poured at the end of it.
Yeah, he poured himself like a goblet of wine.
Gallon of wine.
And then he smashed the bottle, or he smashed the wine glass, or
And then
something.
I believe flung the bottle.
I don't think there's anything rare about that occurrence. I think that's been going on for quite a long time. Because I even remember, like, he was a really young kid, Jump Street age, and they'd say, all right, we went in to clean his hotel room, and it was just fucking beat the shit.
He changed the Winona tattoo to wino. The fucking guy loves it.
I mean, I fucking have punched things before, but I've never destroyed an entire room. How mad do you got to be? I know what it's like
Just
to
like
be.
after one smash, you should be fine. After you like break one thing, but just to start being like, rah, just rage for like 5 full minutes.
Brooke just walked by.
Hey, Brooke.
She's got a great summer tan. Cindy bop.
Is Brooke working with us today?
Yeah, she's jumping on phones.
Oh, nice.
Taking the 2:00 shift.
Man, it must be difficult for people to even put up with us. That they get a shift out. What do we have? 3 people over one show today?
Today we had 2 people. I handled 12 to 1.
So is that the guy who said Stan? My name is Frank.
Yeah.
I mean, there is things that kill me. Like, they're not even off by a letter, but by a continent. He doesn't care.
I know.
Workout boy doesn't care.
You gonna work out today?
Yeah, I have to.
Is it cheat day though?
Oh fuck! It is Wednesday.
How would you not know when cheat day was?
This is the most important day of the week.
Well, because since vacation's coming up, I've been looking at like Friday, so I got my days mixed up.
Yeah, you should. You can do that. You can put this off until Friday and have it go out. You still drink?
Yeah, but I only drink like Tequila Club.
Smart. Cut back a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So you only do
That's like
that for calorie reasons?
Yeah, because beer's really fattening. There's a lot of
Tastes good,
carbs
though.
in it.
Beer tastes great, though.
Not better than tequila.
Tequila's great. You don't have to drink as much of it.
Yeah, but don't you want a beer when you have a tequila? Yeah. Like, you just don't want to do shots and not have anything around.
I want my fucking nice beer chaser.
Okay. It doesn't have to be a chaser.
Nice beer.
You know, it's
He wants a nice beer though, not like a bad beer.
You don't
nice
miss beer at all. That's good.
Nope.
Are we college football this weekend? I need a sports guy. I need one of you guys to butch up and become my sports
Who's
guy.
going to be sports guy?
I just don't like college football. I'm an NFL man.
I'm going to be honest.
Trust me.
It's not going to be me.
I'll be college football guy.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Take it. I take the professionals, right? NFL.
You know what?
You lost it.
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
Sports guys in here. Switch out, you two.
Oh, shit.
We want the sportsman in here.
I wanted you to be sports guy.
I am sports
you
guy.
are supposed to do stuff where you let them try. You know what I mean? I'm
come
always
on.
worried. I'm always concerned, Chris.
Sports guy.
Sports guy. What are you looking for, buddy?
I think my wallet's gone.
What?
The fuck just happened?
Are you serious?
How'd you lose your wallet back in your own
Where's
place?
your wallet?
idea. I gotta fucking check this corner out.
How are you doing? You get your wallet connected with your phone?
No, he's looking for flashlight.
Oh, there it is.
It's just on the other side of the room.
How is it
The fucking
possible?
wallet looks exactly like the goddamn.
No, but why would it come flying out?
I don't know what's going on with my pants.
This was a plan. He just wanted to stay in there longer.
Bring the sports guy in.
Sports guy though.
Sports guy.
Sports guy.
This is great because they're both in between right now.
Yeah, but what he doesn't know is I'm going to call Brooke in, so he's going to be stuck in there by himself. Let's see. I bet. Check your pocket and see where you lost the wallet on the walk over.
Oh!
So, when's college football starting?
Starting this weekend, I think.
Is that right?
It started. There was one game on Friday, August 26th, which is last week.
What game?
Good old Hawaii versus UCal.
Oh, who are their starting QBs now?
I'm assuming a few Hawaiian guys are on that team.
Right. We need you to be a better sports guy.
Sports guy.
Hey, Chris, who's working the phones with you in there?
Brooke.
Oh, send her in. I want to talk to Brooke a little bit.
Go on in, Brooke. Run.
Don't make her run, dude.
Walk slowly.
Don't make no.
Brooke.
I do like when people run though.
It is funny.
Spencer.
Hi.
Hey, Brooke.
Hey.
Hey, Brooke.
Hi, Brooke.
Hey, Brooke.
Hi, Brooke.
Brooke, you
What's
look
up,
cute today.
Brooke?
Thank you.
Nice blouse, Brooke.
Thanks. That's creepy.
Brooke, your job is that is creepy. You got to watch that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was very creepy the way you said nice blouse, Brooke.
Brooke, this is a safe environment for you, okay?
Yeah.
And don't let him ruin that. I want you to report it to HR If he says anything,
No. Don't talk to HR.
If in doubt,
I don't know.
Don't even say that, dude. What you just said is a fireable offense.
Fuck!
You can't say to someone, don't talk to HR.
Yeah, that's definitely
That's a no-no.
a reason to talk to HR.
Yes, that's an absolute reason. Now, bro, we were trying to figure out what your actual job is. You work for all the shows?
A pretty big deal.
Not a big deal.
No, I'm definitely not a big deal. I am a board operator, or
She's just a board operator.
if I want to be professional, I'd say a talk programmer. But
I like that. You were a talk programmer for a while.
I was previously a talk programmer for a few months.
Now, what was your schedule like, when you did that?
My schedule, I would get here at like 5 a.m. for the Breitbart show, and then I'd be here till 1 p.m. doing Sandyland, and then they just throw other stuff at me because I live so close.
So whatever would pop up, anybody would need it, off you'd go.
Yeah.
You were the plug for any hole any leak that happened in SiriusXM.
Any studio in the city that we have.
I think that's a fun gig to have.
I think so too. You never just get locked into one show. You're trying everything out.
Yeah, you're meeting people.
Yeah.
You make
Yeah.
contacts.
you definitely meet people.
What show do you like being on most?
I really enjoy this show.
Well, that's really nice.
Because I don't have to run the board. I just kind of.
Yeah, you just kind of hang and do stuff. You don't like running the board. That's
it's
for a
fine.
monkey. That's
but
for a
it's
monkey.
Just
That's not a monkey, I would say. A human being.
I mean, seriously, it's the same as picking flies off another monkey and eating them.
A little different.
Peasant shit.
You have a board in front of you, Vito.
It's a different board. How come you stand in here, Vito?
I don't know. I like to stretch sometimes, stay alert.
You're not working security, just so you know.
I always like to feel like I am, though.
Oh, by the way, when we did Creeps with Kids last night, it was weird not to have Sirius XM security there.
I know.
Because it was a Bob Kelly event. God, that was a funny show, though, huh?
So fun. I just keep thinking about it. It was so much fun.
Bonnie McFarlane. It's insane how fast she is.
Lightning.
But your favorite, as always, Louis J. Gomez.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's really cool, right?
So Robert Kelly was saying, he really loved the bit that we did, but then he said he was a little hurt that he wasn't the cute guy.
Yeah.
And he wasn't kidding.
I know, because he said that to me even before he said it to you. He said it right when we got off the stage. And he was just like, I'm not going to lie to you. I was a little hurt. I mean, that easily could have been me. You could have made me that joke. You could have been like, oh, Robert Kelly.
But he
was like, I was actually fucking jealous. I'm not going to lie.
That's so funny. Comedians are the most sensitive people for acting like they're not.
I know.
Everyone leaves a roast with hurt feelings. But, Brooke, you don't come to any of those events, do you?
No, I haven't. But
Long Island people don't like to come in at night, right?
I mean, I'm okay with coming in at night as long as I don't like taking the train home again.
See,
Because
that happens.
there's a 1 a.m. train, and then the next one
Yeah.
is 3:30 a.m.
And they're all drunk and they're crazy
Yeah,
Long
I
Island
don't
people.
like
Do you have a friend in the city that you can crash at their place?
Yeah, I have a few friends.
Oh boy, don't say it that way.
No, they live in Murray Hill, and the only way to get there is take the bus or walk, and it sucks.
What about a cab?
Yeah,
Uber.
but I'm too poor to pay for a cab all the
You
time.
take Lyft? You want a Lyft code? It gets you some free cabs.
No, it's okay.
Don't take it.
You're a Lyft girl, and you're going too far. Oh, but when I stop everyone, I was like, oh shit.
I thought we were all singing it.
Why don't we just put the, well, look, if we do one song by them, which one do you want to do? You like to sing along with songs, right, Brooke?
No, I'm not going to sing.
Want to do a sing along with Brooke segment?
I'm not singing.
Sing along with Brooke.
I'm going to give
I'm not singing.
your choice.
No, I'm not singing.
And we're all going to sing.
We're all
together.
going to sing it together.
We can either sing Rich Girl, which we started, or we can sing Your Kiss is on my list. It's up to you. You have 3 seconds. Your Kiss is Your Kiss.
I don't think I know that.
All right,
What
Rich
the-
Girl it is.
Wait a minute. Or are we going to turn her on to the greatest pop song of, I believe, 1980? Did you know Rich Girl, right?
Yeah.
Vito, which one do you want to hear? Thunder Road again?
Well, if Thunder Roll's on the list, yeah. But I'm going to go Rich Girl.
All right, we're going to do Rich Girl for you.
All right, so am I just watching?
No, you're singing.
No, we're all singing.
A rich girl. You're a rich girl. I like any fade like that. I faded every song when I was a kid, even when ones that didn't have fade. I just lean over, fade it out.
That's your DJ trick? It all fades. Doesn't fade.
Gonna fade now, fade the song down, still try to sing along. Fade down.
Then long gaps of silence.
Yeah.
And then the next song, into another fade out.
Yeah. All right, so soul music. You started the song off with, that's your thing, bro.
Yeah.
You're the soul girl.
Soul girl?
Yeah,
Soul
you're soul
woman.
girl. Yeah, soul woman, excuse me. I'm sorry, I thought it was 2015.
It's 2016 and
Already?
eventually 2017.
I got to get my calendar
So just
fixed.
imagine how fucking crazy it'll be then.
No, that's going to be nuts. 2017? Forget about it.
I can't even imagine saying that.
But seriously, do you think that Justin Timberlake hears that voice and gets embarrassed thinking people thinking that he sings soul music? That's fucking Daryl Hall just blasting it, you know?
What do you think JT's best song is? Like, what does his voice sound the best on?
Oh, Sexy Back for me, I think. What about you?
Me, Mirrors.
Mirrors? That's
Mirrors.
yours?
I
Which
fucking
one's
love
Mirrors?
the one that's like
Okay, that is good.
That does sound great.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't know. That's really. By the way, you're the Ryan Gosling freak, right?
Yeah, I like him.
Have you seen Nice Guys yet?
No, I really want to see it though.
All right. Over the break, because we're all taking a little break, you get break too. Yeah, you're getting a long Labor Day break with us.
Okay,
we're all
cool.
going to
I'm
watch this and come back and talk about the movie. We're going to have a movie club.
And if you haven't seen it, Goon is also on the list.
Okay, Goon.
Goon is on the list.
Guys already.
And
What you think?
I loved it. We all know that. I just want to let you know I saw it.
Good. So that's where we are so far.
And Last Chance You. You're going to have to watch that. 6 hours.
No.
Why does he keep mentioning the 6 hours?
I don't know. He feels like he's made a commitment that you're afraid to, Gail.
Yes, exactly.
Like, the weird thing is, like, nobody said the same thing of Stranger Things. You wouldn't just throw out the amount of hours.
8 hours, Gail.
Stranger
8 hours.
Things is so good.
They're doing season 2 though, and I wish they wouldn't screw it up.
No, I'm ready for it. I'm so excited. I listen to the soundtrack almost every single day on the way home from work.
That's drunk.
It's not drunk. It's so sober. And I listen to it and I just like go into like a meditative state.
And just lay with it. Hey, soul song. What's your favorite soul song of all time, Chris? God, he's just think. That's what it sounds like when they think.
Soul Man.
Soul.
Because it has soul in it. No, we're not listening to the Soul Man right now. What's yours, Gail?
My Girl?
Oh, that's a good one. How about you, Brooke?
I don't think I know souls. Like, I know soul songs, but what's in the category of a soul song?
Well, for me, the best thing to be in the category is Teddy Pendergrass. Has to be in it. You know? Because I'm thinking I gotta let it go. It's a love TKO. You know what I'm talking about when I say love TKO? I mean, you're trying so hard to find a love, and then it's a technical knockout. I mean, imagine. It's one thing to have heartbreak, but you got to let it go when it's a love TKO. All right, bring that down. Bring the fade in. This is when the United States, this is what Donald Trump is talking about when he says making America great again. Let's get another Howard Melvin in the Blue Notes. All right, give us one, Gail. What do you want to hear?
Let's do Let's Stay Together.
Oh, the Reverend Al Green. You got that for us, Chris? You got the Reverend? Do you know that last night I couldn't get to sleep and I was watching Pulp Fiction and I'm like, forgot fucking great this movie is. Even though I've seen it 180 times, I was loving the shit out of it.
It's the fade out. You got to fade the song because we were saying it too long. It's a fade out. They gotta fade the song out.
You know what? That's all well and good. But I've been hearing some from the Chi-Lites lately, and they're having a problem with their girl. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on there, but the Chi-Lites are so scared and they feel like they'll be in trouble if their girlfriend leaves them now. What are you looking around for? Chai lights?
Searching in the lot.
It's got to be anywhere. That should be number one song. That should be right there.
You got it, dude.
I never should have moved fucking Vito.
I know, Vito's so fast in there. Vito would have taken care of this immediately.
That's the helpless man from the song. Oh, listen to this.
There it is.
This is exactly what Trump means. We can make America great again. But you know what this country is right now, Chris? It's like they found love on a two-way street, but then lost it on a lonely highway. That's the problem with America right now. That's what they're trying to deal with. All right, let's listen to this. Let's listen to this train wreck. One's down. Let's see him bring the other one up. Brooke, you tell your dad about this music. He's going to be happy we're here today.
Okay.
He's going to know every song.
Yeah.
You know the problem with Chris right now, right? He's leaving. Yeah, you're leaving. Chris, you're taking the midnight train? I mean, what's the problem with you? You feel like you can't make it in L.A.? By the way, these were the first gender fluid people ever.
Oh yeah, with those like falsettos, just like.
That's fucking amazing right there. Chris, when are you leaving? Do you know? Has anyone ever came up with the fact that the Pips were just like her agreeable gay friends that would just back her up no matter what? What's in it for them in the middle of this?
Just loving her.
Making America great again. One soul
I think
song
we
at a
did.
time. You brought up Temps, or did you bring up Smokey?
No.
You think of the Supremes? Out of the Supremes, what were you saying? Brooke, you know a Supreme song?
I do.
Which one?
I really like it too, but I always forget the name.
Well, just give us some of the lyrics.
Give a line maybe from it.
It's about like hanging on. She's like stuck in
Set
a
me free.
relationship.
Yeah, that's like you in your life. You're always stuck in relations.
No. It's just a really good song. Wait, you know what I'm talking about?
Set me free.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Go ahead. You can do it. Set me free. Why don't you, babe?
Get out my life, why don't you, babe?
Yeah, that one.
Boy, they're the fucking greatest.
They're the best.
I like that one. And I probably know more, but I just.
I'm going to tell you something. We can play anything by the Supremes, and every human being on the planet would be happy.
Yeah.
I had a plan to just play fucking Motown music for the entire planet and just see how many people start just like, I don't know. I don't feel like fighting with anybody. But it doesn't even work in Detroit. Listen to this, bro.
It feels like a Friday.
Our gang is, they switch places and they're both struggling with each side of it. Brooke's sitting in with us, and Brooke, we're all taking a few days off for this Labor Day weekend. A little Alabama getaway if we need to. I know Chris is planning on what he calls the world's shortest rehab, a 48-hour rehab. Some people call it a cleanse.
In and out, Ron. Just in and out.
Ew,
What
Chris.
did I say?
Your butt.
You're always doing dirty talk about your ass.
You're talking about your butt.
Is that your thing, butt stuff? Just butt play?
Butt play.
I'm not. No, I don't. It's not butt play for me.
So it's all butt play. You too, Vito? You're a butt play guy?
Butt slip?
Oh, I've eaten butts.
The bluntness of that.
I can't believe this kid.
Yeah, and that was a guy? A guy's butt?
It was a nice woman.
Okay, nice woman.
Nice, kind woman.
I met a nice woman and did some butt play with her. I'm very happy.
So nice. She's like really nice person.
Brooke, where are you planning on going away? What do you got planned? Europe?
No, I still don't know what I'm doing because some of my friends were saying that they're going to come to my house, but my family doesn't want them to come.
Okay, Long Island problems.
Yeah, and then I might go, I don't know, I might go to Avalon, New Jersey to visit my friend.
You can't beat it. I was listening to somebody trying to figure out what the Outer Banks were in our hallway. I'm not going to say what it was. So they're saying to the woman who just came back from the Outer Banks, they're saying, okay, so it's the shore, but chill, like chill, like a nice shore, like no boardwalks. Like they couldn't understand
A
boardwalk.
beach. Yeah.
Now, the amount of boardwalks that are in this country compared to the coast is just a small thing.
Yeah.
You know, you're basically running Coney Island to Ocean City, Maryland. That's it. No one else thinks the boardwalk is important. But I would be in Florida, and people would come up and go like this. Hey, where's the boardwalk? And I go, there's no boardwalk around here. No boardwalk. There's nothing here. I go, well, if you take a look, there's white sandy beaches, dolphins jumping through the Gulf, and they go like this. But nowhere like you can win a prize or, get like some kind of cotton candy or anything. I go, no.
I had the same exact conversation with my boyfriend because he grew up around Philly, so he went to like Jersey beaches.
He went to Wildwood, like everybody from Philly.
And I was trying to explain Florida to him. He's like, yeah, but what are the boardwalks like? I'm like, it's about the beach. You go to the beach.
Right, but where you ride roller coaster at the beach?
No, we don't ride a roller coaster. We just go swimming.
I'm not going to go to the beach without a bumper car being down there. I got to have a bumper car. I need to bump into other cars. Is that the dumbest thing that's ever happened? You're just bumping. It's really fucking not the funnest ride.
I do not care for a bumper car.
I always go for the head-on collision. And if they threaten to throw me out, I'm like, throw me out. I don't care. I'm not just going to ride around like everybody else. I want to be in a head-on collision. By the way, I was almost in a major cab accident when we left the underground.
Really?
Yeah, I was texting somebody, and all of a sudden, my guy just fucking swerves. He's like, and I'm like seeing a car right there, and I'm seeing a woman screaming right next to me. And I'm texting, I'm like, my driver sucks.
Almost killed us all.
I think it was Seinfeld did a thing that when you're in the back seat of a cab, you look at the front seat like it's a movie. Like, this fucking guy's an idiot up there. He's going to get himself killed.
Yeah, you don't wear a seatbelt back there. You don't worry about anything. You're just like...
A lot of New Yorkers come down and they're like this, you know what? I could build a boardwalk down here and make $1 million. We're like, where? That money is not signed up for boardwalk. That beach, there's no one to pay for it. It's the government that owns the beach. You're not going to say, look, I'm going to make a deal for you. We're both going to make money. Boardwalk. The other thing is that smell of oil on the boardwalk because they're always oiling the boards.
Mm-hmm.
And it just smells like a railroad tie.
Yeah, that's what, like, awful. I think that, and immediately I think of Coney Island, like what that smells like. Although they are getting rid of a lot of the actual boards on
See, I don't
Coney
like
Island.
that.
Yeah.
I like to have a boardwalk, not a cement walk. I also do this. I go like this. Suddenly I'm like, yeah, I do want a soft water taffy. Why? I don't know. I don't want it any other time, but they're making it right there with that little machine. Give me a whole box. I'll walk around with it.
Man, when I was in Wildwood, we had it's like a soft serve kind of frozen yogurt thing called Polish.
Yeah.
It is so damn good. I can't believe it. And then you mix, and some of them are like kind of more like Italian ice, and some of them are like cream ices. And then you pick one of each and get a swirl going. So you get like almost like a creamsicle flavor situation going on. The best.
Right.
It was so phenomenal.
Now you know why everybody in Philly weighs 300 pounds. There's just all these comfort foods to grab one after the other. I like a slice on the beach, too.
Slice on the beach is
when I'm walking the boardwalk, I like to have a nice slice while I'm walking along.
When my cousin was visiting, she was at Coney Island with us and was dying laughing as somebody's walking around like, hot knish. And she's like, hot knish? I'm like, it's a very popular food in Coney Island. She's like, why? This is somebody who lives in Florida on like beautiful beaches. And she's like, first of all, she was very weirded out by the whole scene. To me, it was a surreal place to come to after living in Florida. But the idea of eating a hot knish with brown mustard on the beach, sandy hot
knish. That's a nice little treat for yourself.
She's like, what? Who would eat that? Everyone here.
Everybody here would eat a hot knish. What do you want to eat when you're at on the boardwalk?
I like a nice burger, like a grill burger from like one of those little beach shacks with steak fries.
Yeah, I like that kind of like cheap, smushed down kind of boardwalk burger, beach burger. That's the best.
But I don't want steak fries. I want boardwalk fries.
Oh, my beach had steak fries. I don't even mind when a little sand gets in there. You know, that adds to the flavor.
Look, people will go to Ocean City, Maryland just for the fries. And they don't get a meat with it. They just walk around eating the fries out of a cup. And they love it.
I like a corn dog on the beach, and that's, of course, a southern girl.
That to me is a mark on the midway. I see somebody.
Why? It's a Southern food. How could it? See, but that's your association with corn dogs is because you probably had them.
Yeah, I see somebody with a corn dog where we're going to get $25 off before we let them go.
Corn dogs are delicious.
I never had one.
What?
They really creep me out, I think.
There's nothing creepy about it.
Yeah.
They're not good.
Here's why, bro. It's like walking down the
hot
middle
dog?
putting a penis in your mouth.
It's not.
On a stick.
It's not a penis. How
like
is
a
it
thin
more
man's
like
penis.
a penis than a hot dog?
A hot dog goes in a roll. You don't see a fucking penis in a roll.
Well,
Chris.
I assure you.
Except for that's disgusting.
McChicken's back. That's what
Chris, do you hang at Coney Island at all? You a Coney Island baby?
I've rarely hung out at Coney Island.
Really?
To be honest. Yeah.
You grow up in New York City. You
That's
don't go
a long,
to Coney
you know
Island.
what the train for him is
That's
from Coney
2
Island?
hours from Astoria.
He might as well fucking.
It's like he's not even a New Yorker, though. It's weird.
No, he isn't a real New Yorker. He's
Of course
in
I am.
Queens.
You hang out at Coney Island, right?
No, I don't. I go to Rockaway. I like Rockaway.
I
a lot
love
better.
Rockaway Beach. I mean, so that's an actual beach. Like, what the difference is, Coney Island is like a boardwalk and a trashy beach, and that's part of the appeal. Rockaway Beach is beautiful.
If I go to Rockaway, I go to the 130s where just people live and they don't go to the beach. They live there, so they don't have to go, so it's less crowded.
Yeah.
But I grew up going to Jersey.
Did you?
What about the Long Island beaches? What beach you go to?
Yeah, I go to. Well, I have a beach house, so it's right on the bay.
But how far is that from your regular house?
No traffic. It's about an hour and a half.
That far out. Look how long Long Island is.
So long.
Yeah.
What town is your beach house in?
It's in Amagansett.
Oh.
I can't be in a place I can't come up with.
Actually,
a name. So you're a Hamptons girl.
No, my beach house is there. But
Yeah. So, and that's the one where you would see Paul McCartney going by on a jet ski.
I just saw him this weekend at this place we like to eat at. He was there with his wife, I guess. Is he married?
He's constantly married to one person or another.
Yeah. He was there. My dad thought, I was like, Dad, look, it's Paul McCartney. And he was like, I think that's a woman. And I was like, no, that's Paul McCartney.
Jesus Christ.
Well, he just had long hair.
I know. He looks like an old lesbian. I get it.
No, I thought he was fine.
Why don't you
You'd
father
still-
get off his back?
You would still, to this day? If you had the chance with Paul McCartney, would you go for it?
No.
Would you do it?
I would probably talk to him and be like, hey, can we be friends?
He's not going to want
Why would he want to be a
He
friend?
probably wouldn't want that.
He's Paul McCartney. Who else do you want to be friends with? The whole planet would be friends with him.
I don't know. We made eye contact though.
Was it nice?
It was nice. I looked away because then I felt awkward because I'm just staring at him. But it was nice.
What if the second that you locked eyes with him, you started peeing? Like you just couldn't help yourself.
That would be really awkward.
Yeah, that would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I would hope that would never happen to me.
I saw him on the street in New York, and Dave chased him.
I
Like it
love
was
that
Hard Day's
story.
Night. Just ran after him like it was Hard Day's Night. And I saw him stumble backwards when Dave came at him. I don't even know what Dave said to this day, right? I think he said, I can't get Chris to come on my show.
Back then, he said that?
Yeah, something like that.
When he came back, you said he was like, I got him.
We got him. We got him, Mr. Babe. We got Paul McCartney. Crazy bastard. He's the funniest. Chris, who's the biggest star that you ever bumped into in your life? Doesn't count working here.
Oh shit! All right, I was gonna say Keith Richards, but Tracy Morgan. He hugged me in the street. That was really cool.
Everybody has a Tracy Morgan hugged us in the street.
Yeah.
He hugged our whole family in the street
Yeah, he
years
did.
ago.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. When we were at an ATM, he just came over to us when we first moved to New York. So he was just on Saturday Night Live then. And then he comes over and says, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And gave everybody in the family a
Wait,
hug.
why do you say thank you?
We didn't know, but we were just like, hey, Tracy. Like you saw him like he was an old friend. He was just like, hey, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting.
That
I
was
mean, cool.
adorable. It was adorable.
I don't
There's
understand
Trump's
the
landing
thank
down.
you, but
Okay, he's got an AK. That's not good.
Okay.
Oh,
he
Jesus.
shouldn't have that.
And he's got a machete.
Where in Mexico is he going?
Cancun, I think.
Yeah, he's not.
No, he's not going to Cancun.
He's got a
It's a Labor Day
timeshare.
weekend.
He can't believe he can't find a hotel. He's going to float in and out. Now, I wonder if they check him for like a passport. Can I see your passport? Would be weird, right?
Like it's me.
Trump from TV.
Everybody knows who he is.
Dude, if the Mexicans coming out saying they love him now, I'll never stop laughing. It'll be the
We
greatest
support-
thing that ever happened. Yeah.
He's
They're
going to
like,
make
"Hey,
Mexico great again.
we're going to pay for it. I understand the thing about the wall now. We will pay for it.
I get your point. It does make sense that we're the ones who pay.
We should pay for the wall. I mean, we're the ones getting the shade.
Yeah. And you're trying to keep us out, so it
Yeah.
makes sense. We're the
You
problem.
shouldn't have to pay for it, please. You've done so much over the years. You buy our blankets.
Okay, fine. Splitsies. Okay, we're going to go Dutch on this wall. Or nothing else.
Hey, Chris, do
I
you
insist.
know how many people said that they've tried to mail stuff to us and it's not getting to you?
No, I don't.
Yeah, it happens all the time. How often do you check with the mail department?
I call that
Never.
once a week. See if because I believe stuff's been getting to us.
I'm hearing from people all the time. Stuff has even been kicked back to them.
What's going on?
That's strange.
Military veterans are supporting Colin Kaepernick. Look at that. There's the thing on the wall right there. It's just a big hole.
Oh, it doesn't seem like they did a very good job. That material looks downright flimsy.
Yeah. It looks like you could go over or crawl under the wall pretty easily. By the way, this reporter, I don't know what his name is, but he's the kind of nerd that girls like.
Yeah, he's like, is like almost like Clark Kenty kind of nerd. Like, that's not a real nerd. That's just like a handsome guy with glasses on.
By the way, don't you think it's fucked up if you ever name your kid Clark? Because there's been so many, useless Clarks over the years.
It's passive aggressive against your child.
Thank you.
I would immediately think Griswold. Like, that's first Clark that comes to mind, even
All right,
before
so we were
Clark.
playing Matchwell. Clark, Blake.
Griswold.
Chris.
Kent.
And I would have said Clark Bar. None of us would have. Clark Bar, much more delicious than people let on. Much more.
What's in a Clark bar again?
Goodness and love. Just goodness
It's
and
not
love.
nougaty, is it?
I don't know. I guess you could say it's nougat. It's like shredded butterscotch of some kind.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Like a toffee?
No. Look, it's shredded a little bit. See, it's like eating really delicious bark that's
Have
been
I
covered in chocolate.
Never had a Clark bar? That
Yeah,
doesn't look
I've
like
never
something.
heard of that.
You've
It's
never
old
heard-
people. It's old people candy.
But
Now
it's-
there's old people candy. That's it.
It looks like it's almost Butterfinger texture. in there.
It's very Butterfinger, but it came out before a Butterfinger.
So Butterfinger ripped off the Clark bar, kind of.
I don't know whether it was a ripoff or an homage. I'm not going to accuse anyone of stealing.
Is there peanut buttery in between the?
Peanut butter and butterscotch, I think.
That sounds delicious. I would love to have a Clark bar.
Well, it's the same ingredients that I put in the Ron Bennington's Got His Own Cupcake. Still Molly's #1 seller after all these years.
Amazing.
Yeah. My only problem is some people ask for the Ron Burgundy, and I wish that wouldn't happen. And they have to correct them.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Chris, I got to get out of here. We got a big Opie show coming up live in a little bit.
Yes.
And we share the studio. What do you need to plug?
George Carlin, A Life in Comedy. That's premiering tomorrow at 3 p.m. East on Carlin's Corner, channel 400. And then it's going to replay on Comedy Greats, channel 94 at 6 p.m. East. And after both of those broadcasts, we will be playing the album of George Carlin.
Oh, my God.
I kind of like it when a lot of people died.
Oh, my God.
I don't have the plug in front of me.
Oh, my God.
That was terrible.
Chris.
That was terrible.
Yeah. So no unmasked this week, right?
No unmasked.
Thanks. What did you just throw at me, Vito?
My pen dropped when I was looking for the phone Chris was trying to do.
You just chucked a pen at me.
Can I do a personal plug?
Yes, please do.
Everybody check out work.com, WERRRK, 3 R's. That's what it is. RRRK.com, because I have been asked to be a judge again this year for the drag contest, but this time it's Miss Bio Work. So it's Bio Queens. And I believe my critiques come out either today or tomorrow.
No, that's great. When is the RuPaul show started?
Yeah, RuPaul started last week, and this is the All-Stars.
I thought you were going to do a podcast this year.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't get it together. But this is the All-Stars. It's not like the real season. It's like its own thing.
I understand.
It's kind of its own special thing.
All Stars, if Big Brother All Stars came, I wouldn't say that's not a season. All Stars are very important.
Relax, dude. Relax.
Vito's a dick. Also, GPS Austin premieres this Saturday.
Wasn't really done talking about work.com, but okay.
3 p.m. G-Tracks, channel 27.
Battle of the plugs, I guess. Let me just give the Hardy Har a little plug. Can we get that as a drop anytime we plug a comic?
Do we ever fucking have anything as a drop in this underproduced show?
I'm going to find him for you because every time we plug a comedian, it's perfect. Hardy Har a little plug.
The Hardy Har. All right, I think that's everything. I think we went Plug City. Check out the pictures of our friend Emma Willman up on the iBang today. Phil Provenci has done it again. Phil, brilliant. And I think that's it. So, see everybody again in 1974.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!